everything he's doing, everything he has done, everything he's going to do. And whether you like it or not, whatever his will is, that's going to be done. So we appreciate that, everything they're doing. I was looking on the news earlier, I think Humpback sent it out, about the flood in Somalia. 400,000 people have been displaced. Washed out government buildings and hospitals. So where people look to go to get help, they can't get refuge. The government can't get in. The hospital had to evacuate, and leave everybody to themselves. That's how important it is for people to consider. Just a matter of time. It rained here, Layla, last night. That could have easily been us. Everybody could have been displaced that morning, but he saw fit to spare us. One more time. I told y'all in the text, a lot of times people take things for granted. You look on the news, you see all these places and people being displaced, and you forget, it's just a matter of time. He coming for you. Every one of us, he coming for us, make no mistake. You know, a lot of times, like I said, it was years ago, we used to watch the news, it'd be other countries somewhere far off, places you may have not even heard of and people you don't even think nothing about. But now it's you. These storms coming right through America, ripping through. I think Texas is getting ready to have another bad storm coming through. Ripping through Texas all the way to North Carolina. I don't know if Texas can stand no more beating between them and the immigration. But you know what? Listen, when you wrongfully take something, you got to pay for it. Texas used to be Mexico, so now they got to pay for it. Isn't that right? I saw something they had on the news today that was showing where they got some kind of ship. They got what they call a ship of mercy, something like that. They helping people out, and they put you on the ship, and they'll do all kind of doctor care for you. Something they call this ship. I ain't interested. That's the same ship we seen before, slave ship. I ain't getting on no more ship with a bunch of white folk controlling it, and they talking about doing nothing for me. I appreciate them, thank you, and no thank you. Not interested. No more boat ride, and white folk got all the control. I'm gonna be stretched out, and they're gonna be putting me out. We already rode that ship before. We good. And that right? I'm trying to get out this Titanic we on right now. We ain't had enough slave riding. It's just time for us to just come together and look at how bad it is. Look at this whole country, just a complete mess. People running for office, every one of them criminals. Can't get an honest person to do nothing around. Everybody criminal, facing criminal charge. Then they trying to investigate to see whether or not they're going to press criminal charges. Nobody of color, nobody brown skin, and nobody of no other race, it take that long to prosecute when they got evidence on the phone and you admit to it. And then what you investigate? It been almost 4 years. It take you that long, the man saying, hey, how many votes you got? I need this many, I need you to find this many votes. You know, lied on the Dominion company, you know, did all kind of mess. Now someone came out the box saying now Rudy Giuliani, you to make her have sex with him. Back, oh yeah, I won't give a dime, not a dime. How you gonna, I don't believe no woman going for that. You don't get your paycheck unless you have sex with him. She said he popped Viagra back and forth. You don't believe that? Ain't no white woman, ain't nobody letting you keep their pay. It's one thing, I don't believe nothing. A lot of these stories these women come up with, I don't believe, I wouldn't give you a dime. The man I told you he ain't gonna give you your pay and you've been sleeping with him all that time and you telling us now, 20 years later, I'm not giving you a dime. I don't believe no white woman or no black, nobody doing it. I can't get my paycheck? Come on, ain't nobody that stupid. Don't believe these people. These folks come out the woodwork and they look at everybody stupid. They just make up stories. I don't believe these people, even with Trump. Yeah, he's dismoral. Yeah, he immoral. He just a clown. But at the same time, I want to give that lady a dime. How you wait this long? You wait, what was it, in the 90s? She said, what, in the 80s? What she said, 80s or 90s? I wouldn't give you a dime. Not one dime. Somebody rape you and you ain't told nobody till now, and now you come out to woodwork for money? I know they can say, where's trauma? You just been raped by somebody sitting here, so why would you not report this? Somebody should have some, at least you should have told somebody. I can see, this is what people, you come up with a story out of nowhere now. They screwed this guy up who ran for office in Alabama, this former judge. He was running for the Senate. See, remember that? And the lady called this crying on TV, talking about how he raped her. And she said she was a minor. He said, I want to sleep with her on the Gary, not without talking to her daddy. Shot himself in the foot bad, he made that comment. How about he didn't even know the lady, never seen her. Her boyfriend came out. He's a pastor now. He said, she never said that. Said never told her, said the whole thing a lie. Her son came out. All of them came out. He said she never said that, never met. But listen, she cried, did the whole act. He wound up losing the election. But he was older. He was like, he said, I want to remember no young girl. He said, not sleep with her or something. He said, not without talking to her daddy. And they was like, I was like, yeah, you shot yourself in the foot on this one. Never met her. Didn't even know her. He signed a book for her one time. Like she was at a rally for him. He signed something. She used that. Listen, cried, made a, listen, all the way. Listen, I'm talking about the whole act. Folk rubbing her. Oh, he raped her, slept with her. She was a minor. Never have. Her son came out. Said she a liar. Said nothing but a liar that made the whole thing up. Yeah, the whole thing was made up. Same thing with them women on Judge Kavanaugh when he was running for Supreme Court. They were putting on Supreme Court. They came out the woodwork. He was sitting there looking, saying, I don't remember that. And which is shoot you in the foot. You know, they looking at it. How you don't remember that? He like, they were like, well, you should drink a lot anyway. You wouldn't have remembered it. Listen, man, leave these folks alone. Leave these folks alone. It's so many white women, these Karens out here, it's ridiculous. They just come out to work. They come out to work on their own people. They know we ain't got no money. Take her to court. We ain't got but $5. That only reason we ain't in now. They know we ain't got no money. But you know what? They coming back. And you know what? And they need to think about it. The white man need to think about it. These the same white women that lied on us. Oh, they the same one. He raped me. He winked at me. He asked me for my phone number. They ripping what they sold. These your women. Oh, nobody ain't looking at that though. Ain't that something? Don't feel bad for them. These your women. You know what I'm saying? If my women were doing it to you, then I have a problem. I say, you know what? My women ain't got no business lying on nobody, but them your women. Your women are screwed. Your women responsible for all this homosexual stuff out here. It's a mess. And some of my dumb ones are part of it too. All of them got to have a sister for a friend. I don't know what's the fascination with having a sister for a friend. Isn't that right? I don't need no woman beside me grabbing her vagina talking about she want to screw another woman. You caught block. I need you out of the way. I definitely don't want you smiling. Another woman say all that hair between her teeth, I don't stand a chance. You keep her back. Listen, you gonna keep a bulldog with you a man, knock her teeth out. You ain't gonna stand a chance. I'm trying to. Once she smile, boy, like she got a mustache in her teeth. You can't do nothing with that woman. You might as well walk out and leave her alone. They're like, how you got a mustache in your teeth? Be like, just walk off. Other women gonna know what that means. Isn't that right? I'm trying to tell you. Ain't that right? Got more hair between her teeth than a white woman brush. Don't mess with her, man. Let her go. Y'all know white when they brush, they have that hair come on through there. Better leave her alone. Listen, I'm just trying to help the nation. We're in bad shape. I saw somebody send an Instagram with this quote-unquote black preacher was reading that homosexual book. Yeah, it's sad. Just sick. Just sick. I feel bad for the kids. Not to mention y'all be sick all the time. Man, just a miserable childhood. It got to be, y'all don't even know to be miserable, do you? Man, ain't no way anywhere. We'd have never made it. Man, go to school 1 week, out 4 months, back again. You can't learn none of this rate, man. I'm just saying, for a kid, we never had it. You could schedule anything with us. Most we'll have is a cold, a chicken pox. You get over that young. Rest of the time, man, you like, this all day long, perfect attendance? No. Your kid get perfect attendance, that minus the 200 days they done missed that year. They don't even count the COVID, they're so bad. I'm just, man, it's bad for these kids, man. You can't count on these kids, they're bad. I don't know how no little league's making it. Man, you done. I wasn't scared to know. I said, man, we got to play it by ear. You might get one good game out of these folks. The NBA just making it. Look at COVID took down there. Look, but now look, they making. When last time you heard of some NBA player doing a game, something got COVID? Somebody mess with these kids. It don't make sense. You can't schedule nothing with these kids. It's terrible. It's terrible. Somebody doing something with these kids. It don't make sense. Why is it the adult system? Man, most adult system run from all the drinking and smoking and crack and snorting and everything that they've been doing and whoremongering and pig feet and skins. Ain't no way in the world these kids, they got new immune system. Their immune system study building should be better than our immune system. I tell them, it's time to, listen, I told y'all before, it's time to change your diets. I know they say, I done that. Nigga, don't tell me about no one time you ate no salad. That ain't gonna change your diet. These folks so irregular in here, they're terrible. They'll eat a salad 2 days. Yeah, it ain't working. My nose running. What you had on your pizza? What you had on your salad? Pizza? Fried chicken? He ain't no salad. And he might well stick that thing between some bread. No, good and well, baby, he had nothing. I'm telling y'all, I know it is funny at the same time, but it's realistic, though. Y'all look at how bad we are, how bad off we are. I'm telling y'all, man, listen, they're weakening us down for a reason. If you ain't trying to be a proponent for your salvation first, the only reason why I'm telling y'all to maintain your health, because you got to keep a good state of mind. I ain't trying to, I know that, oh, he wants somebody to go. No, do whatever you're doing. I'm just telling you, this is your food. Because once they break you down physically, the rest of it is nothing. Okay, let's think about that. Shamshun. How did they get him? Well, they broke him down spiritually? When they broke him down naturally, where did he break down at then? No, he broke down physically. Next thing he broke down with Alahym. Alahym disappeared from him. He left. So what you think these people doing to you? I'll tell y'all before. I know you ain't mean you saying that. She offered these folks some Dairy Queen caramel. Not these fat members, sick members I got. Don't bring it on the private. I don't want to see a Dairy King cup in the garbage can. We can't afford it. Y'all know what? Stuff we used to get eat and play with, for the average of us, we either diabetic or you borderline diabetic, high blood pressure or you borderline blood pressure, on top of every other ailment you got and obesity, we just can't afford it. A whole can of, most of y'all ain't disciplined enough to have no whole can of no Dairy Queen chocolate and no caramel. You're going to lose it. Man, around here, your whole finger in the bottom of that 5-gallon can, rub around there and cut your finger off. You know that thing going to cut their finger off and not lick it. Most of y'all ain't disciplined enough. I wouldn't give most of y'all a half-eaten, what you call that, the frosting you put on cake. When you was a kid, you to get on a spoon. They put on a spoon and get it. Listen, you be at that time, you be waiting. Whew, they finally get pissed. Huh? You get that thing, you just take your time. Take your time. When you eat too fast, man, you just lick on the metal with it gone, trying to see if just a little bit of chocolate might still be in the spoon. Man, you don't get it's too much. Stuff we used to eat then, even in the 70s, food changed. Now, like in the 70s, we rarely bought canned food. And you bought greens, man, I didn't know they had greens in a can. I stole fresh. You had corn, anything you get, it was rare, a lot of that stuff you weren't eating. Well, let me say that when you were getting out of the can, pork and beans. Because that's something I ain't never seen nobody make, pork and beans. Pork and beans, you had to get out of the can, spam, treat meat, double Q, yeah, corned beef hash, double Q salmon, sausage. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Now, for kids, now, we did get them raviolis. I had to come back. I repent. We got them ravioli, them little round, y'all know the ravioli, that chef boy, that joke stayed up in there. But you pop that thing, you see a little hat, lean to that nigga, say, you know what to pop the can, nigga, come on in. That was them quicker, you trying to get them out of the way, and that camel soup. Boy, you sniff of that camel soup, that commercial made you want to get it, boy. Now that stuff like that, but I mean now, everything just about canned food now. See, years ago back in the country, you couldn't have sold a lot of that stuff. People weren't fooled with no canned food. People preserve their own stuff, or they got their stuff fresh. You froze it. Now you get that was good for that. They'll cut their stuff up in peas, and they'll freeze them in bag, put it in the freezer, save them. They be like, something might happen. Old people look at it like that, something might happen. You be like, all these peas, something might happen. Like, yeah, like your deep freezer might go out. You can't keep all this stuff in it. But people kept stuff like that, man. I remember, well, a couple of years, they would go in and they would split a hog. Somebody called and said, you want to go in on a hog? And they get a whole pig and cut it up. And one side, one family get a pig, half of the pig up. That pig carry you all through the winter. While you get cold at night, look, just take that little nose and just put it on the pillow and just look at it. But now you get that pig, then you'll split a cow. It might be more than one family split a cow. Nigga wasn't busting no $100. $97, $100, that was like $1,000 back then. That split it, you know what I'm saying? All I do 25 a piece. That meat carry all through the winter. Y'all ain't do that down there, Mississippi? Y'all remember that? Y'all ain't never split it?
Yes, sir.
The cow?
Yes, sir.
What y'all split? A coon? A coon was too little. Turkey? I didn't know. Boxes of turkey? Whole turkeys. That's a new one on me. I don't know where you got no hood. I ain't seen no turkey to Thanksgiving and Christmas. Yeah, I see them come across the street and I know I said, I know you're not real, because it's not Thanksgiving. I seen some in my neighborhood, them just ran across that. Y'all don't know what y'all doing, do you? I'll kill one of y'all better. I said, them white folks, I know they some nature lovers over there. I know they nature lovers. I was looking at, I can kill all y'all right now. I'm not gonna waste the meat. I know these folks. A good caught wild turkey, that's what you want right now. You don't want that thing Mr. Butterball, and Miss Butterball done got it, shot it all up, made the boot all big. Real turkey don't get big like that. Real turkey, he gonna be a slim. You get them wild turkey, they'll disappear on you. You about there, you'll think you'll catch that thing. You say, that thing gone. You like, what in the world? Most of y'all ever seen a turkey fly? Yeah, a turkey fly. He ain't get airborne. He ain't gonna step down no long. He get up that long enough. You ain't gonna catch him. Yeah, I mean, don't you agree with that? Yeah. You never seen a turkey fly? Come on, man. Let's do this. I have my name. Yeah, they fly. You never seen a wild turkey? Yeah, they'll fly. Look, pull up some turkey fly. Yeah, y'all need to see that. Most of y'all ain't never seen a turkey fly. Yeah, he can get airborne enough. He'll get airborne enough to get away from you. He'll get up and he'll be gone. That thing, you know, he'll disappear. You'll think you never seen him. If my neighbor wants some nature lover, I can shoot him right now. Look at that. Boy, them things are pretty. Spread they wild. Now, I don't care what you do with that turkey, you had some biscuit. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that Joe. They fad now. Okay, it's taking a while. Oh, that's all. He's trying to get a landing strip. Oh, he'll get over there. He said, I could jump over that gate from down there, but why? Okay. Up, see that? Y'all seen that when he got airborne? Look at that. Okay. Y'all see the other one? Oh, look at that. I don't know what y'all think about. No, y'all turkey fly. I don't know where y'all got that stuff from. Look at that turkey. That thing gone to tomorrow. Now I be trying, listen, man, they smarter than that anyway. Them some homegrown turkey around there. Them turkey that they took too long. Them wild turkey smart. I'm telling them wild turkey smart. They move on you quick. They don't wait no time. They got that quick on you. But that first time y'all seen the turkey fly? Yeah, y'all need to get out more often. You know what I'm saying? Try to get out and try to cohabitate outside. You know? Sometimes y'all probably just stay in the house, you know, they're looking out there, looking at a little blue jay, thinking you done seen something. A little hummingbird, stuff like that, getting all this. You know what? I ain't seen a hummingbird in so long. Hey, any of y'all seen a hummingbird? No? Look at that. Look at that. And soar. Look at that. Fad too, ain't it? Run like some of these members of him. I'm talking about the bobbing and weaving part there. You know what I'm saying? The side hop. Look at that. For the people at home, they finally seen it. I said flying turkey attack hunters. I want to see that. Finally fight back. Oh, they got a scratch on them now. Oh, yeah, they got something for you now. Oh, the hunters must be inside the little thing. Look at it. That's a big one now. Yeah, look at it. Oh, yeah. When they put that fan boot out that time, yeah, they fan that boot and get hot. They put out there, they walk, so cool it off. Y'all ain't seen them folks telling you a little hot behind. Come from the turkey. Y'all they come with a fan and cool it off. Haven't said all that. But anyway, everybody that's all right? Yes, sir. Look at that. A lot of them still down, sick and shut-in list. Everybody, I'm going to go borrow me some Christian. I wanted Christian to be sick like them. You know, I'm just wondering, is it a Yahudah thing? Is it a Christian? Who is it? Y'all think Christian folk be sick like that? They come to church with it. Then Jesus hold it, then he let them get it when they get back in the car. You don't think they go down? You don't think they get it, Christian? Or they get it? Say, you don't know. I don't know. It might be around here just some of these folks. They'll heal up, but they got something to do, though. You know, they got a meal or something. They'll get healed up all of a sudden. Isn't that right? It's time to come and see Mr. Yahuah. Yeah, I don't know. I think I feel something coming on in about a month. I better hold off on nobody to get it. I don't know, everybody be different. I be want to be him. Let me tell you something. That's the truth. Let me tell you something. You press while you can, because the day will come when you can't. I remember old people, they couldn't come. She bought a house right across the street from the church years ago. Where I used to go, she said she bought it and she was getting it fixed up. She said, I just want to be able to sit on the porch and just watch the people. She said, I just sit on the porch. She said, if I can't go, just sit there. She said, I can just see the people. Just go. See, a lot of them folk, they had that mindset of going, and these people, they weren't in anything. You know what I'm saying? They had a doctrine of believing and living clean on a lot of ends, just to have the knowledge of what we're getting now. A lot of things we take for granted. I don't know if y'all really been thinking about and considering con versus what we've been assuming we've been doing. The fact with everything you do, it won't get you in. And people would naturally take the approach of why do it? It's the fact of I'm doing it, and I have a heart for doing it, the love of doing it, the affection for doing it, for the fact he giving me something because he loves me, because he cares. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll keep the oath that he shobbered. This is why that man come back. You know, you will hear people talk about Abraham, and the only reason why people look at it because this man granted us something by favor. You don't even deserve this. There's nothing you can do. Yeah, I used to hear people say, I don't deserve it. You ever hear when people say stuff, you don't question it, but in yourself, you just got to figure out, that's strange to hear people say, you know, he give me time to deserve it, and you almost believe it. You know, the average person believes that what you do is work. And that's how you obtain it, but you're actually getting this by favor. Simply because this man a heart the man, he granted it to us. Look at Yahushua. Who did the work Yahushua did? The work that man put in got us this favor. Can you imagine this man worked so diligently and so hard that people still today are recipients of it? This thing is covering not only people who were there, but people who weren't even there. This thing's still going. If a baby born today, if it's born next year, if it's born 20 years from now, the works this man did is a credit to our salvation. Whoever but Mr. Yahuah could do that. Who else could set a way up that could be so perfectly done and look at, you're human, you're subject and prone to error. And even for some that say, well, I can do it without defect, he said, you could, but I wouldn't choose you anyway. The fact that knowing you had no part of this, I favored you. That's just like in nature. You'll find anybody who grows, I know y'all grew up in the fields and working in the fields. Uncle Ted said, I don't think you say really worked in the field, did it? But she remember, it's some stuff that just didn't grow. It's some stuff you might get it might have got smashed or whatever happened. It is, you going through a field, some gets trampled, animals eat it, sun get it, dry out, whatever it might be, and the other be perfectly fine. And you know why he look at it? Nature favored it. Nature. What do any of those plants have? What do any of those vegetables have that to their credit they can say it was them the reason they grew? It's only because he favors you. And guess what we're looking at? Think about this. Y'all know how many babies born in the hospital? The hospital, when all of us were born, we never thought about it. There was a lot of dead babies that day. Not that day you were born. He favored you to let you live. It happened in the animal kingdom. It just think it come out. They don't make it. And you know what? They keep going. You don't ever see them have a funeral, keep going. They'll sit there, they look at it for a minute. Then you'll see that mother, she start looking off. She finna walk. Nature didn't favor you. She might have so many, an animal might have so many pups or Orioles. She might have so many cubs. You'll see one of them just die, just don't make it. The tits down, they look, it just ain't room for you. The other one got it, they said, well, it was weak. Nature didn't favor you. That could have been any one of us. Any one of us, nature, listen, Yahuah favored us. He favored you, him. Now he's trying to favor us and get into a mindset, looking at how important it is to look at the whole structure, everything he gives us. We take for granted, people say, I ain't worried about none of that as long as I'm saved. I don't believe it. It don't make sense. The knowledge that he gives us makes us more coherent to things to start looking at how important things are. There's going to be a major shift. If you're a believer in his word, that man told you this stuff. He told you to flee to the heart. He told you to run to the hill. Most of y'all get ate up, you ain't going to make it. You're not, because you don't consider it. You just keep thinking everything just, as long as I'm saved. These people had attributes. He gave them something. These people knew it was important. Why do you think he gave them the diet? Look at the other people that's eating this stuff. It's weakening them down. A lot of things work to their defense. A lot of things work to their defense. It wasn't just Alahym. He favored them in so many ways. He set them somewhere, listen, where things would be more productive, where things would be more toward them to favor them. Even to heal and everything. There's no way these people going to, listen, nature going to make people sick. Nature has a major part of playing with us. Your development, nature. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Either it favor you or it'll be against you. And that's because Yahuah established everything. You don't establish nothing. Yahuah established it. So you start to consider things that you do. Like people might try to pre-plan and try to get so out in front. You can't. Listen, I'm a believer that the alarm don't have that much longer for it just go into annihilation, destruction. These people are doing it. They're pushing it toward that way. It's not because Yahuah favored it to go that way. Because now it's going to put down the crunch time. Who's going to be able to stand? That's just being honest. Listen, a lot of y'all going to fall away. They're going to get down just to the nitty-gritty people. They're going to really have themselves set to realize you got to make preparation for this, everything. That don't mean I ain't still pre-planned and still. If it keep going, I got planned for that. If it go ahead and he get ready to cut the thing off, I got plans for that too. That's right. You got to be versatile. I just like Shaul. I learned how to be hungry and how to be full. I learned how to be abased and I learned how to be exalted. He said, whatever state I'm in, I learned to be content. I know y'all don't think that. You just keep a mindset. You just keep looking at things in a negative fashion. You don't look at that man favored us. And we got to take advantage of that favor. If y'all really knew what y'all had, you'll be in a better, you'll actually operate differently. You guys have come here and you'll become worthless. Y'all understand that? You have become worthless because you don't understand that a lot of things that happen for you guys, what you get, you won't get it out there. Nobody do it. These people ain't got your back. These people got your front. They on the tape. You fall down, they going in your pocket. They're not going to help you get up. They're going to stand on top of you. These people going to rape you. Don't turn your back on your wife or your kids or nobody. They taking it. You don't stand a chance with these people. That's just how it is. People on the tape. Nobody trusted nobody. So if you get a group and quorum of people that have a mindset to first seek Yahuah. First seek Yahuah. Then have a mindset. You know what I'm saying? The rest of it, it'll come together. Just like he told you, you got to seek ye first the Malkuth Alahym and all his Sadiq, and then everything else will be added. I know what y'all doing. You're trying to add along the way. When you first look at it, let me leave it alone. Make sure I seek the Malkuth first. He said everything else he'll add to me. Because if you don't have that set, what the rest of it going to do for you? All they're going to do is pull you further away. That's just being honest. Anytime you get anything, it's going to cost you more responsibility. I bought a new truck. That cost me less. You think? What did it cost me? More. Cost me more. It may have to take more to pay the note. It may your insurance go up. Now, how that's going to affect you when they come down and do something for Yahuah? Then you know what you got to say now? When it come time to pay it and come time to do what I got to do for Yahuah. Well, Yahuah bless me with that truck. He won't want me to mess up my blessing. Because that's how you'll start managing, because you ain't seeking the Malkuth Alahym first. So you start to rationalizing yourself and look like short him and do that, and at the same time, but I'm just trying to take care of what the Lord blessed me with. No, sometimes he give you things, he'll take it away from you to see where you stand. That's the truth. Listen, I got a lot of stuff. I had a lot of stuff. I learned how to do, and I can do without, I can do with. At the end of the day, that's just my mindset. I don't let nothing and let nobody hold me back from nothing I need to do. At the end of the day, I have to make up my mind what I'm going to do. And I'll be mindset on that. But the first thing I always make sure my relationship with him is primary over everything else. It's got to be, otherwise it ain't going to work for you. See, in the midst of everything going on, and with everything happening, it's only going to get worse for these people. And for a reason. For some, he's going to turn them to him. For some of them, he know they're going to fall away. Because they're going to show you where your love at. Whether it's with people, whether it's with things, whether it's with yourself, whether it's your wife, your family, whatever it's at. Everybody going to be tested. Everybody going to be tried. That's how you're going to know what you're made of. You can say anything with your mouth until the pressure comes. When the pressure comes, then it's proving out time. And you don't want to get to the end, and then you find out you weren't able to stand. Y'all got it? You don't wait till the thing get down to the nitty-gritty crunch and find out you fell away because you had your heart in something else. See, a lot of times people feel like they're okay with things. Sometimes we can be okay to a certain point till you really get tested and tried with something. Then when you get tested and tried with something, that's when you start trying to rationalize and trying to make it seem as though you're still toward him, but your heart actually looks toward something else. Okay. Y'all ain't got to believe me. Now, I've seen a lot of folk run off for men and women. I've seen a lot of folk run off for situations, whatever it might be. At the end of the day, it's all about what you'll stand for. Y'all got it? I came here for one thing only. I want to be saved. Ain't nothing changed either. I want to make sure I have this thing right before I leave him. That's primary over everything else. Everything else, I look at everything he give me, that's just additive. But I say this, and it ain't no credit to me on that end, but I prove myself. See, unlike I walked away from, I let go of, I quit. I walked away from some things. That was the hardest thing I had to do. Everything else, I could do it. I had to get over the fear of what people going to think about me and what people going to say about me. They're going to say I lost it. Everything they're going to say. That weighed on me, I think, more than anything, how people going to look at me, the amount of respect you get from things and stuff you accomplish, you do, that people look at you, and now you got to let that go, and you got to just go and be what they call an ordinary person and go to work. Took me a job making $5.75 an hour. That's a joke. I never even looked at this. I wouldn't even put $5 in my pocket. It wouldn't be worth my time. You leave that somewhere, especially no change. That's an insult. You know, not that I'm so above, but at the time you look at this, I wouldn't even waste my time with something like that, you know. And you just look at the kind of stuff you have to be, you put yourself into, and you're willing to say, I'll do this for the sake of, I want this relationship with you. And when you do it, you don't know how it's going to come out and how it's going to work. I just knew it didn't matter. All I want to do is be saved. I appreciate Mr. Yahuah for the things he loaned me. And I appreciate for the fact that my mind was set on serving him regardless. I didn't come in with no mind of, like some people, I let it go, he'll give it to me again. I know he will. I didn't. I wasn't looking for it. I was content with the fact that I was able to sleep at night, and I was able to finally get a rest from how my mind just raced through. You know what I'm saying? You had to worry about somebody trying to rob me, or somebody trying to kill me, or the police kicking the door in and going to jail. That was my everyday life. Somebody trying to rob me, somebody trying to kill me, or the police on me, I'm finna go to jail. So can you imagine that? That's your everyday. That's your everyday, your every night. You watch everything, you watch everybody. That's just how it is. That's how you had to be. I used to tell my friend, they wouldn't listen. They would start telling them, don't do it. And you know what they do? And you know where they at? They go to jail. I try to tell them, we go to strip club and women rubbing. That stuff didn't move me. They do it anyway. Took too many pictures. Just kind of coming, don't make sense. Later on, the Fed came in, they had all them same pictures. They know that camera, when they gave you them pictures, they had a negative on the inside. They had all the incrimination they needed to. You know who won in them pictures? I tried to tell them. They wouldn't listen. They get them hold their phone number, beep them, call them. Get them hold my phone number for what? You're a stripper. What you need my phone number for? I already know that. I said, you ain't calling about but a lane. You won't get my number. They call them lane, they come right back down now. They know them jokers spit everything and start throwing them and think them whole like them. Not me. They want my flavor. I said in a lot of club VIP, you start realizing it's time to get away from it. Time to move away. You start telling people it's time to move away from stuff. They wouldn't listen. You know where they wind up going, don't you? The jail. People wouldn't listen. It's just certain things you start looking at. You just got to know when the party over. You can see it's thinner. There was a lot of people here. Where everybody went? It's thinning out. Which means it was thinning out. It means they homing in. I remember one time, I used to live in a hotel. And I had some dope in there. I was going to leave it. I was getting ready to go somewhere. I said, no, I'm going to take it with me. I had some weed. I left it inside my drawer, and I left. I came back to my hotel room. My room was tossed. I was looking around. I said, they didn't come here and clean up my room. I said, my room didn't look like this. I had pictures on my mirror. They came in there, they went through there, and they just drew an arrow up there, just circle, let me know, you next. I said, well, I missed it on this time. They'd be right there. They missed every time. That's not because Yahuah just let me know. They kept letting me know, your time gets short. So a lot of people stop there and play too long. You can't make it so long. A lot of people get one. A lot of them dead and gone. People talking about they don't get a chance. You get a chance. It's just a matter of you willing to listen. Just like you guys. It'll be harder for you in the day of mosh pot to be for these other people. You heard the word. Once you done heard the word, what you going to do with it? You make decisions. And a lot of times those decisions come up against relationships and commitments. Your likes and your dislikes. And a lot of times that's where we get tried at, what you like. And what you like sometimes and what you love, it's hard to walk away from it. It's hard to see yourself without it. You can't see it, and then you get to, it ain't fair. Other people got. That's a bad assessment. When you make that kind of assessment, it's bad. So people got stuff, but you don't know how they got it. And you don't know what they're doing to keep it. I know somebody, he flashed so much, it's ridiculous. If anybody robbed him, all they're going to be doing is practicing. He had absolutely nothing. But the look is just beautiful. I'm talking about it's disgusting. It's beautiful. I'm starting laughing at it. You know, it irritates, it irks me so bad. The man just constantly lies to me. It's just like, why are you lying to me? I know you. I know this ain't pop. He just won't stop it. It's just people that just got to have it. And anybody rob, like I said, all you're going to be doing is practicing. They're going to feel so bad, they're going to have to gain some money. Because the lie is just so, but he has to live that lifestyle. And it's a terrible lifestyle because he ain't got it. He ain't going to get it because he don't know how to do it. But he just know how to fake the look to get it. And it's just terrible to have to live that kind of lie and live instead of just living reality and just being you. And what's going to come to you, going to come to you anyway. Y'all know that? Don't worry about what y'all see other people with. I told y'all plenty of times that. You don't know how they get. I used to do that. I used to worry about what other people had. I really did. It did used to bother me. I used to look and say, man, so like it for everybody else but me. And then, you know, you start dealing with enough people, you realize, that's how you do it. I really thought you were doing something. They not. You'd be surprised. The average these folks you see, I assure you, they don't have it, and they're really not doing it that way. You know what you'll tell these folks got? A lot of people got money on paper in assets that they paying for, not assets that paid off. You ought to hear these people net worth, and first thing y'all niggas do, that's what's in their pocket. It's not. Liquidity is what you're looking for. How many of y'all don't know what liquidity is? That's how quick you get liquid. What's your liquid? That's where the problem come in. What's your liquid? Ain't talking about what you got you paying on that ain't sure you can't cash in. What you got liquid? And you'll run behind these people and you'll phase with these people and you don't realize even if they got it, you don't know how. See, a lot of these people make deals. Y'all be surprised. A lot of these folk make deals. A lot of these folk make commitment. Y'all think everybody on that basketball court just because they talent. Everybody on that football court, everybody on them stages. Y'all know what them people look at? This is what they do, what I see. They draw a lot of people in with the imagery. The concerts, the jewelry, the videos. Like, let me see, that ain't their car. They rent the jewelry. Most of the guys rent this stuff, okay? A lot of these guys rent this stuff, it's not this stuff, okay? There's a lot of play done, a lot of guys leasing these properties. But the look and the imagery is getting people to give them stuff, and that's how they get the commitment from other people. And you'll put your eyes behind these people and assume these people have something. They don't have it. They're like Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston started having financial problems way before you found out. I remember she was standing up in Jones Creek up there, and she wrecked that Porsche and didn't have no insurance. Wrecked the Porsche up there. I remember that years ago, she wrecked that Porsche. No insurance. They just kept it low. They ain't tell you about it. Because it looked good. It made you feel like she was still doing it. Because you know what you keep saying? All that money made. First of all, they made pennies on records. They got bills. They got videos. By the time they get through paying out, they got other commitment. They got family that worrying to piss out on about money. Because anytime your family finds you got more than $2, they borrowing. They call and they going to put the weight on your back. So a lot of times these folks working, they working in the red. It is, but the imagery of what they're putting out, now you look at, you want to get that status, you want people to love you, you want to make that money, and you don't realize you got to sell your soul. Them folks get out there, what y'all think them folks to get their image? Everybody jumped there and said nothing. You ain't heard no Yahuah come out them folks' mouth. No Yahusha. Them folks looking at God, and they hold that image up, because that's their God. They have it right on the place that favors their behavior. And you know what you do? You sit back and you say, man, that need to be me. That should be me. I want that to be me. And you don't realize that's part of it. They just setting up another generation of people to sell their souls. Man, listen, positions and relationship, people sell their souls for them. And you had to fight against what your flesh wants you to do to stay focused, to make sure you're looking for your salvation above anything else. And it's hard for people to do that. Wait your time. A lot of times people want stuff fast. Wait your time. Then that come to me fast. Nothing. You got to work. You got to put a lot of time in. You got to wait a lot of things to happen. Because it's about consistency. A lot of folks, man, I want this to happen. How consistent have you been? You ask for yourself. They know they haven't been consistent. They know the average person, you're not. Because you still battle. You still playing around with stuff. So what's going to happen, he said, if I give it to you? It'll wind up being in your fall. See, a lot of stuff, it be the people fall, be people hurt. What you going to do, he give you that and then he take it from you. You know, keep serving him, right? He give it to you and you lose. What you going to do? Love him even more. You walk him. You hate him. Yeah, you feel like he wrong. And he look at, that's why I didn't give it to you. But I want to show you your heart because you ran after it. You were willing to do it. I'm telling you, man, don't play with these people. Take your time. Everything there for you. Believe me when I tell you this. Nobody gonna stop. Listen, nobody has ever been able to stop me from doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. I never live my life where I count on people to let do nothing. No. I don't even do it. It's a waste of my time. People only go so far. You have to set for yourself your limits and how far you're willing to go at the end of the day. If you keep your salvation first with what you're doing, people won't be your issue. I stay on y'all a lot of time because I know a lot of things favor you guys, you just don't consider it. You don't look at it. The most important thing is your salvation. The rest of that stuff, whatever you got, it can be bought again. Whatever you got, it can be got again. Listen, everybody, he just loaned it to you. When he get ready, he take it. It's his. What you going to do with it? I let you use my basketball and I come up and get it because you've been playing for 3 months. What you getting pissed with me for? You ain't going to slam it and want to kick it out of the bush. Are you serious? I let you use it. I let you ride my bike. You ain't have a 6 mile coming and get my bike. What you doing? Get my bike. Oh man, come on, man. Are you serious? What I left 6 months, you should not have come back to get it. So the stuff he gave you since it ain't yours, why you didn't think he would come back to get it? A husband, a wife, a child, these ain't yours, these loans. So when I come back for him, why you tripping? So how you treat a loan? How many of y'all got a loan before? What that loan for? What you supposed to do when you got that loan? Do what now? That's your husband, your wife, your kids, your house and your car. Loans. So he said, what you getting pissed for? You pay them people back, don't you? I came back to get what belonged to me. It was mine. See, when you change your ideas, and that's how I did the way you think, how you process things, and you kind of move a little differently. People might think I move kind of funny and kind of weird. It's because I done seen how people are, how things work, and you have to look at how you have to move, regardless. And main thing, always stay focused. Stay focused. At the end of the day, that's what you have to do. Take your lessons when they come, learn from it, and show you where you're at. Don't stay there if they're not the right place. That makes sense? It is. Some people get mad. You need your lessons, so you need to know what, you need to know stay. Or you need to know how to move, correct? That's the only two things going to come out when you get a lesson. Do you stay or do you move? Stay, I'm talking about stay where you at because that shows you're in a good place. Or do you move? That means you need to grow. All right, we're going to try to move on. All right, let's look at this. This is 15th chapter book of Romans. For those who got it, Romans chapter 15, verse 4. I'm going to need a smidgen of air. Just let it cool off a little bit of that heat. One of these black folk, temperature higher than 98.6. We don't want it long, just break it a little bit. I'm going to need a napkin. What's that? And my eraser getting too much black on it. Another eraser? I'm going to wipe it off on him. Still got some time left, I think. Probably one of them been up here trying to erase all their checks. Chris. Yeah, y'all ought to be proud of LeBron James. Played real well. I heard a guy on the radio say on the news today, you know what he said? He's still one of the greatest players ever. I said, yep, another dummy. I'm trying to tell you these folks, I don't know where these folks get these numbers from. Greats don't play like these guys. Greats don't go to benches and set back look stupid. Greats get in there and put everything on the court. Reggie Miller couldn't win one, but he didn't go to no bench and start looking stupid. He put everything up out there on that court. That's what you do.
Right.
Of course, the best man gonna win. Both of us can't win, but at the end of the day, at least people pay, man. These guys ain't worth paying for.
That's true.
These jokes, really, they ought to be the commercial.
That's true.
The commercial do better. I mean, they just pitiful, man. Still Curry too. Terrible. These guys terrible. All you guys talking about what they used to do. You at home. Nobody about that fool. You at home. You know what I'm talking about? Man, what he did don't matter. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Well, Michael Jordan, the devil worshiper? Probably yes. You don't win no championship and your daddy did. He's that good at what he did. A lot of folk want to be like him. 9 times out of 10, he sold it. And I wonder where all these folks still wearing them. Man got more shoes than anybody playing.
That's right. That's right.
Hold on one time. It don't even make sense that man be real. What, the baby can't even talk, can't even walk. Baby got on some $75 shoes.
Yep.
Made out of paper. I'm trying to fold around. They ain't even real rubber. Man had to sell his soul to somebody. These folks want them on their kids. That's sad, ain't it? I tell y'all, I know something be heard. I don't own them. I'm not going to pay to wear that nigga shoe to walk around with him. He can't shoot no ball now. His name wearing the Mary J. Blige. You got on his shoes. I'm sitting here with the thing, the newest, hottest one, and he got on some Mary J. Blige boot for $79. I ain't going to do it. He ain't going to make no fun. I know these guys. I know y'all love him. I wouldn't do it. Let me tell you, search stuff, let me tell you something. I wouldn't buy them shoes to be financially scrapped. I know they talking, I got $100. It don't make sense. $300-$400 for them shoes don't make sense. I bought them when they first came out. The first pair, they were $99, $100, and that was too much then. We were drugged then. You had to wear them then. But we were making them. That was $100 exactly. Back then it was $100. Man, them things were all in the club. You knew, all the police do, everybody on them shoes, you're a drug dealer. Whole club. No, listen, all you said Jordan. Nigga wearing them, they had to start saying, man, no more tennis shoes to the club. You were putting them on. You wearing them joints, you gonna put them on. You want everybody to know, I'm a drug dealer. I got these shoes on. Now these folks ain't know it. Police don't, they know, I know you ain't got no money. Poor money ain't wearing them. Very few of them got it. And it's a little well, they paid, they just put them on just to play with you. They put them, nobody about, no, I want them shoes, man. Y'all be all right. But I know they'll go get them and then they be hurting. It don't make no sense. Get out that man, let that man have them shoes. He don't even care nothing about them. Isn't that right? These folks, everybody pull us in, they do, the people just drag us in, they make a fool out of us. Our people too financially scrapped for a lot of these investments. It's not even investment. It be different. You buy them, you making money. You buy them and wear them, and then you got to walk with them. You can't bend your toes. That's a handicap. I'll walk like this here. Nigga, I already know what wrong with you. Oh, you got them Jordans on. Now, you know if nigga got money. See if he got some bend in the toe. That's who you know don't care. Oh, you ain't gonna find. Soon they get them out, they got the shoe horn, they got to put the shoe tree back in now. Oh, man, I ain't got time to slave no shoe, man. That's too much work. I lose the shoe tree, I'm finna burn the house down. Ain't that right? All on eBay trying to get shoe trees. Ain't that right? Trying to get them so I can shove them back in there, make them look like I ain't warm. Get them home, and we had to clean out. You were young. I don't know they do that. We were young. You had tennis shoes. Anything white, you couldn't. You want to get? I get a toothbrush. Here they young folks, you get a toothbrush. Don't get it when you put it in your mouth. Remember, I have some dog dude in your mouth. So anyway, you get it. You gotta be light. You get you some warm water. Put your little cumin in there. Not a lot. Put that cumin. Get one. Stir it up that bread easy. Listen. You got to bread easy. You remember around, you will pull the paint off them shoes. You got to hit them easy, just circling around on that little dirt. Go around that rim, got to go around that little rim, trim around there, so that thing that'll be pretty white on that clean. Get your towel, just easy. Go do that number here. You just lost that shoe. Yeah, we'd have worked that. When I was coming on, they weren't getting it, and they definitely weren't going to the washing machine. Now we coming on. Mama had that thing kicking around there in no dryer. No. Get you kicked out of it. You better learn how to clean them shoes. Might to get them shoestring, pull them out, you clean them. Then you while I clean, I put the shoestring inside the cumin. I push it down inside that stuff while it be soaking. You pull it out there, wash it, get a towel and run that thing. Y'all know about that? I get a towel and run that thing through like that. Well, you put them things back on, look like you ain't even played. Guy taught me that years ago, but he had some pony. We was out there playing. I said, man, how you keep them things white? He said, I'm going to tell you the secret. And I worked it. I said, I know what to do now to keep white shoes white. So if you look like that, you had about like, y'all got on white shoes. Y'all have on all black shoes. I did my cast. I saw them fit, run test her. I said, they ain't getting nothing but all black shoes. You never get kid white shoes. You know what they're going to do. They're going to screw them up, ain't it? Go there and put their whole lunch inside this shoe. Certain, you got to wait till they respect them shoes. Where they want to get them out, where you want to keep them clean, know how to play. They don't know how to, all they want to do is play, kick outside with them. Black shoes. That way they can tear them up, and that way they look dirty, they black anyway. I don't care. They know they ain't got no white shoes. They had to show me responsible before you got white shoes. I know they pissed now. That's all right. I ain't worried about it. You ain't gonna be pissed long. You'll be sick next week. You know, I want to see most of them about you, but your anger with me will be by the time you come back, you be on well got over there. Isn't that right? You gotta worry about a kid. Every Saturday they be pissed. No, they won't. They won't be back. Romans 15:4. Though look at Byth how Mashiach. This is the program where you listen.
For whatever Nikatab before,
So whatever was written before,
Nikatab Talamadus.
so it was written to teach us.
So that through endurance
And
and
going through without quitting.
through the Nakum of the
And the
Ketubim,
comfort of the writings.
we might have Tikva.
We might have Tifa. Well, let's see where we're going with this one. Since we said that. Trying to think of something. Let me see something. Let's see. Two. Could it be? See if that Byth. See if that Alahym. See if that 14:1, 15:1. 14:1, talk about Asa. That's Jeroboam. Talk about Jeroboam. See if it's 15. Asa. Is it Dabary Yamym? That's what I want. Dabary Yamym. Byth. Oh, they call it 2nd Chronicles. Byth. Having all them checks. Why don't you just do right? Let's look at something. All right? Let's see. Listen.
And the Ruach of Alahym came on Azariah, the ben of Oded, and he went out before Asa and said to him,
Azarah is aid, correct? I guess Yahuah aids. Yahuah helps. Isn't that right? He's our Azarah. He our help. Come on, listen.
and said to him, Let Shama to me, Asa, and all Yehuda and Benjamin, Yahuah is with you when you are with him.
Uh-oh. There we go right now. Y'all hear that? I hope we don't learn that from. Hands, 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 hands. Uh-oh. I got a kid done beat him out. Come on. What you got? Who? He said Shamshun. What you going to say, huh? No. Okay. Shamshun we're going to look for on that one. So we look at that one because Yahuah was with him while he was with him. So we look at the conditions of this being with us. The conditions of, since we use Shamshun, see if that's the Shaphatym, 11. Good one, 16. Come put that check up here. The 11th chapter. That should be like the 12th chapter, 12 and 1. Don't worry about it. This was in the spirit. So you had went to the end of it. You thought that was the beginning? Yeah, don't worry about it. You had a check before. So you just add them on up, ain't it? Put one up there for your mama, too. She ain't do nothing but time. You know how time is. Yeah, they get one for, there you go. That's all right. That's all right. But now what made you call the 16th chapter? You was just feeling it. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead. That's right. Lineage. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. He on that book. That's right. Say that Shaphatym. Say that 12 and 1. That's what I want. Shaphatym. That's going to be judges. Look. Let's see. Listen.
Then the Anashim of Apharim were summoned, and they crossed to Shaphan and said
That's
to...
Shaphatym. Drop down. 12th chapter, what I want? 13. 13? 13. Shaphatym, 13. Listen.
Now the Bani of Yasharal again did Rosha in the Un of Yahuah.
What key didn't let y'all know that when they first time? Again, paying attention. That's what I need y'all to do. I always want, listen, I told y'all I pay attention to people's speech. You pay attention to this speech here because it's going to be important for you. That way I try to tell them, remember he asked them about could they understand his speech. Basically trying to see were you paying attention to what I was saying. He asked them, why was it you couldn't understand my speech? A lot of it because they weren't paying attention. It's just like in class. A lot of times your kid mess up. People try to figure out what's wrong with them. they're not paying attention. Don't that typically gonna go along with why the grade failing? And the parent, can I have a parent-teacher conference with you? I'm trying to find out what's going on, why my kid not getting it. See, see all this. A lot of times the stuff the parent want to come see, they're trying to get down to the nitty-gritty. I want to see what's going on with that teacher. That's the end of him. I'm see what's going on with that teacher. Because I bring the principal in him. And when that book you start looking at your kid grade, you start looking at missing assignments, everything started to come together. Now you came in with this vigor fire for how you want to put your foot down on this teacher that your kid done lied about, ain't told the whole truth. Yeah, my teacher, he be going at me, trying to tell me I don't know nothing. He called you stupid. No, blank, they didn't. Then they find out what the whole conversation is. So you got that little smidget that made you pissed off that you rolled up here and cut the food, and you should have heard the conclusion of the whole matter. And that's what we're trying to figure out right here, okay? Based off of what we start looking at. He told them, Yahuah be with you while you be with him. Y'all know that's the only time. He's only with you while you with him. Everybody need to understand how you relate. What's your relationship? What we told the Christian, it don't matter what I do, the Lord he still be with me. And I appreciate him being with me even when I'm wrong. Now, when you get the knowledge, you understand, you realize that's impossible, correct? He couldn't be not. That would make sense. That means that the writer of the book Byth, Dabary Yamym, the matter of the days, that means this man's a liar. It means we can't take nothing. Think about it. He be with you when you're wrong. See, the whole purpose of it is to get you to see the difference of reaction and how things work with you when he's not prevalent in your life. That's what he need to tell them so they can watch and see. You can recognize whether or not he's favoring you or not. The whole purpose, when I pull out, I ask for the same thing because that's what I really want. I want the pioneer to be upon us. See, it favors. I mean, I'm favoring you, I'm looking towards you. You got my attention. You have my attention. I want his attention. I want him to know that every time I'm trying to get your attention. Let's say sometimes the kid acting out. A lot of times while they're trying to get attention. So I'm acting out in the way he told me. So he tends, unlike other people, bad kids will get your attention. You have to spend time dealing with them. He don't waste time with them. He let the kids that doing what they're supposed to be doing. They said, what about them kids? He said, I wasn't looking at them in a way. The ones that doing what I told them are the ones I'm favoring. People said, preacher, you didn't be wild. I'm trying to get attention. I don't have that time for you. He want me to look at the people that's favoring. He's favoring some. And those are the people, that's how we get his attention, by doing what he gave us to do. Y'all got it? Okay, let's see what happened. It's 13-1. Listen.
Now the Bani of Yasharal again did Rosha in the own of Yahuah, so that Yahuah gave them into the hands of the Philistine 40 shanim.
So tell me what hands, why? Why did he get them over hands? Okay. Y'all know that? All right, Bishop. Goes to the third and fourth generation. What you got back there? They did evil. Okay. I'm got to get a check for that one. That's what we just read. Man, didn't he say in the book that they did evil? That man said, they did evil. Did the spirit move on you? How many of y'all know the spirit had nothing to do with that? That was all the way, but now, what's the thing? History? Well, the thing was, what I kind of wanted us to see is one reason to do it. If you listen what he said, you take your time. Tell him again what happened.
Now the Bani of Yasharal again did Rosha in
what,
the
they did what now?
Rosha.
When?
Again.
Where did they do it at?
In the own of Yahuah.
So what did he do?
So that Yahuah gave them into the hands of the Philistines 40 shanim.
So you can get them out of their face. Y'all didn't piss your parent off before they told you to get out of my face. I don't want to see you. And a lot of times you push to that point because you've driven them to a certain level of, I don't want to see you right now. 40 years, I don't want to see you. I want you out of my sight. Again, this is what happened. We don't appreciate the presence of Yahuah a lot of times simply because it gets common and then we get comfortable with it. So situations happen to put us outside of it till you come back to appreciate it. That's what you come back to appreciate. The fact that they'll understand better when they're out of his face the difference of being in his face. Now with that, they'll be more convincing to other people who thinking on, you know what, I'm thinking about going to get some hoes and smoke me some weed and give me a case of beer. I wouldn't do that. it can be hard on you. See, they hear it, and it'll be things that they'll pass down to their children that they'll consider. They'll consider him favoring you where it puts you at versus when he against you where it puts you. And you need to see that, just like with us. Certain situations happen for a reason. We learn off of each other, too. You watch things happen to other people, they ain't for you to follow that pattern. They're for you to look and learn. Don't do that. That can be bad for you. That can wind up being ending for you. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times we don't learn. We say, I'm going to try it. I don't believe it. It wind up being your hurter. It can wind up being that you won't make it back. And when you get out there and you see how rough it can be for you, how hard it can be for you, and you can't make it back, and that man look at, I don't favor you. And you can look at, you say, well, what happened? I was doing good one time. I got out. It's because the things sometime in the heart, you have to really examine yourself on a constant basis. And a lot of times, even with examining, you won't do a really good job. How many women have been told about doing your own breast exam? You know how many times they get it wrong. They can feel a stone mount on their titty and keep going. It probably ain't nothing. You have a stone mount on top of your titty. Baby, that past cancer. Because you'll have a prejudice. That's why doctors don't do their own examination. They'll go to, because you'll favor something. I know what that is. I had ate this stuff last week. And I think it'll trigger your blood pressure. So you go to a regular physician who ain't yours, who gonna sit around, who just gonna give you a fair assessment, they'll say, your blood pressure high. I ate something last week that wouldn't have nothing to do with today. I'd be fine. I know what to do. If you knew what to do, you wouldn't have it. So you need somebody who can come back to you, but you tell yourself you're going to be in your same situation. And this is what happens with salvation. You examine yourself. You got to have somebody give you a fair assessment of yourself. And that's what Yahuah do to give you the word, because at this point, it's what the word say. Now, these people here hadn't appreciated the fact they've been in his sight and the fact that they did it again. Think about it. I messed up before, I'm still here. Why would they stop? When you heard again and they was in their presence, what was going to make them all of a sudden now start saying, man, I got to try to get right. Now I try to get you out of my sight, because you need to see the detriment. You need to see the effects of not having me here. You see what I'm saying? That's what he want to show them. Now when you get the effects, let's see the difference. Let's see what happened. Come on.
There was a certain Ish of Sarah of the Mishpachah of Dan, whose Shem was
family of Dan.
whose Shem was Monoach, and his Ashah was barren and had not born. Then the Malachi of Yahuah appeared to the Ashah and said to her,
The messenger came, and what happened?
behold, now you are barren and have not born, but you shall conceive and bear a ben.
Hands. Why was he telling her this? Hands, 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 hands. Hallway. Right answer, wrong answer. Ray, please don't raise your hand and do like this. So you can play it out like I'm doing my beard. If I don't get it right, well, just in case he see me. See, I had to see stuff like that. Why you got your hand up? You got answer. Let me see what his answer is. We'll see if it go together. Hallway. Because he do what? He declared it in at the beginning. Hands. You got an answer? I got one too. Come put a check on the board. Because I just asked who agreed and you raised your hand. You got an answer? I got Anna. Well, I had Ray first. What you got, Ray? You hear that? What's your answer? Hold on. What was it? What's your answer before you put that check up there? In the fullness of time, they're going to be 2 checks. Talking about Jet preached it. 2 checks. What would you think when you just came up with that answer? Don't try to put on top of that other check either. Yeah. That man telling you just preached it. When I preached it? I want to apologize for those at home listening. None of this is that man gets fullness of time. Correct answer. Because he said surely he does nothing except he reveal it. What the one gonna do? She pop up pregnant. She gonna say this Yahuah? No, she's gonna feel like her husband. It finally worked. We've been pressing it worked. But he came down to let her know. At first he let her know what her state was. You hadn't bear it. Which was evident for her. See, that's how you look. He wanted to show her the effects when I favor you. You haven't been able to raise anything. You haven't been able to produce anything, right? Okay, well now you're gonna do it. So now when she get it, she's gonna blame her. You finally humped me right. You ain't gonna believe it. You made a baby. No, I favored you. That's why he let her know. I know what your condition was before I came. See, this is what we look at a lot of times. You look at what your condition is, you don't consider, I already know your condition. You just got to wait on it to come. But this going to be, remember now, surely he does nothing except he revealed it to who's again now? Telling the people that should call him, the people that serve him, his abadim. See what I'm saying? That's a difference. He makes this known to him. Then he changed to let you know about it being a relationship. When you're a friend, I tell you what I'm doing. Because we're companions. We together. I'm with you, you with me, just like we heard with Asa. I'm with you as long as you be with me. Come on.
Now therefore, please beware, drink not wine nor strong drink, nor eat any unclean thing. For behold, you shall conceive and bear a being, and no razor shall come upon his head. For the boy shall be a Nazir to Alahym from the womb.
See that? From the womb. He coming out from the womb, had never had it. Isn't that right? Those great, those sour grapes, and then they put her teeth on edge. You know how you get them sour, you say, nothing put her teeth on edge. No wine, no strong drink. And said, don't let no razor come upon their head. Y'all see that? What happened?
And he shall begin to deliver Yasharal from the hands of the Philistines.
See that? Look what happened.
Then the Ashah came and told her husband, saying, and Ish of Alahym came to me, and his appearance was like the appearance.
Now that one you should have looked at, when your answer should have came in right when we read that. He said he going to begin to do it. Remember, I declared the end at the beginning. Because he delivered them. See, that everything he did favored the situation. Look, Yasharal done got themselves in a situation. I'm just to the third power pitch for Yasharal. Because they done this before. So you know what? I'm going to get rid of them. I'm going to put them in the hands of the Philistines. The Philistines. Got it? But I got a man already I done favored. That man I favored, I already set him up. When I set him up, guess where I got him from? I got him from Dan. Dan is judge. That's why his name, the other one is Dan Ye-all, Alahym judge. See, he got a man, think about it. I'm going to have this man to deliver from the Philistine. This is my judgment. Yasharal going to know this is my judgment. This man Shamshun come from the Mishpachah. He come, which is the family. He come from the Matah. He come from the tribe of Dan. Dan is judge. So I set this man up because he's going to judge these people. He can't judge these people he's been drinking. He can't judge these people. He can't do what I tell him. I'm setting that man up for judgment. The judgment of Alahym, I'm going to come along. I'm going to deliver these people. They're going to know it come from me. See, a lot of things when he's saying, let them know this thing come from me because everything favor is him. He could have got somebody from India. He could have got somebody from Simeon and Louis. But I need them to know this come from me. I'm judging. I'm going to pass judgment on those people that rule over you, that took you. I put you out of my face, but I intended to get you back. See, they would have never even paid attention, realized. All they were looking at, I done screwed up so bad, I'm out here. He done put me out of their face. When I put you out, I already had a remedy. Sound like everybody else, he ain't a person trying to fix it at the last minute. I had it fixed before you did it. I already had set this up. I got a man from Dan. I done set a man up who's going to be qualified to judge. Because the first thing people do is look at what you. First of all, you ain't in no position to judge. I mean, he saw that when they had Musha down. Hypothetically, Cannon them going upstairs and say, hey, man, hold on for a minute. Y'all guys shouldn't be fine. So who like you finna fight? Like, oh, that tight. He had to get somebody, make sure you ain't no drunk. I know these people. I know how they operate. I got to have somebody in position that these people can't mumble and grumble against. I'm going to put somebody who's going to be able to deliver these people. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see what happened.
Then the Ashah came and told her husband, saying, and Ish of Alahym came to me, and his appearance was like the appearance of the Malaki of Alahym, very awesome. And I did not ask him where he was from, nor did he tell me his Shem.
What happened?
But he said to me, behold, you shall conceive and bear a being, and now you shall not drink wine or strong drink, nor eat any unclean thing.
Y'all cut the air back on a second. There's kind of little tatty woman in here. Y'all bring 2 pair of drawers now. You can't burn me up. Go ahead. What she told him?
But he said to me, behold, you shall conceive and bear a being, and now you shall not drink wine or strong drink, nor eat any unclean thing. For the boy shall be a Nazri to Alahym from the womb, to the Yamym of his moot.
See that? That's what we're looking at. So that to the day is moot. Y'all hear that? Okay. Let's go ahead now. Let's jump over to the 16th chapter. Same book, 16th chapter. Jump down to 16, probably about 7. Shaphatym, they call judges. All right, listen.
Shamshun said to her, if they bind me with 7 fresh cords that have not been dried, then I shall be weak and be like any other Ish.
Mm-hmm.
Then the masters of the Philistines brought up to her 7 fresh cords that had not been dried, and she bound him with them. And the ambush was sitting with her in the chamber, and she said to him, the Philistine are upon you, Shamshun. But he broke the cord, so the thread of toe strings was broken as a thread of toe strings was broken when it is torched fire, when it torches fire. So his
Fire
strength,
touches a piece of thread. You know how quick it severed? That's how quick he broke it. He gave them everything they knew. They knew about taking something and burning to break it, and he said that's how quick he tore it. They needed to understand just how powerful this man was. Come on.
so his strength was not known. Then Delilah said to Shamshun, behold, you have deceived me and told me lies. Now please tell me with what you may be bound. He said to her, if they bind me tightly with new ropes, by which no work has been done in them, then I shall become weak and be as any other Ish. So Delilah took new ropes and bound him with them and said to him, the Philistine are upon you, Shamshun. And the ambush was sitting in the chamber, but he broke them from his arms like a thread. Then Delilah said to Shamshun, until now you have deceived me and told me lies. Tell me by what you may be bound. And he said to her, if you weave 7 locks of my head with the web. And she fastened it with the pin and said to him, the Philistine are upon you, Shamshun. But he awoke from his sleep and pulled in of the loom and the web. Then she said to him, how can you say I rob you when your lob is not with me?
Yeah.
You have deceived me these 3 times.
Just like we do with Yahuah. Deceive him. If he do this, then we'll stay. If we do this, then we'll serve him. Do nothing but tell him lies, deceive him. Come on.
And have not told me by what your great strength is. It about when she pressed him all the Yamym with her Dabary and urged him, that his Nephash was annoyed to moot. So he told her all his lob and said to her,
What did he talk?
a razor has never come on my head,
And what happened?
for I have been a Nazarene to Alahym from my aim's womb.
Yes.
If I am shaved, then my strength shall go from me, and I shall become weak and be like any other Ish.
Yeah.
When Delilah saw that he had told her all his lob,
What did he do?
she sent and Kara, the masters of the Philistine, saying, come up this time, for he has told me all his lob.
Yeah.
Then the masters of the Philistine came up to her and brought the silver in their hands. She made him sleep on her knees in Kara for a Ish, and had him shave off the 7 locks of his head. Then she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. She said, the Philistine are upon you, Shamshun. And he awoke from his sleep and said, I shall go out as at other times and shake myself.
Just like I've been doing. Just like Yahusha did. I'm just doing what I've been doing. What happened?
But he did not know that Yahuah had departed from him.
See that? Yahuah be with you. See, his relationship was contingent upon you doing what I said. See, what happens with us, we partially do. You know what you didn't find out he didn't do? You didn't hear where he got drunk. You didn't hear where he had no liquor. See, that's how we'll do. We'll keep enough up something we'll feel like this one little thing shouldn't hurt us. But that was the very thing that broke him down. The fact that we'll think that we have a relationship with him that we don't have to keep all. Just like Shaul did. When he was told to go and utterly destroy all, he brought back some of it. All those scenarios, well, I'm using scenarios now, but all those situations show you the things that we do as human beings. We always try to find a way how to do enough of, but not always complete, so we're not completely sold out and kept from not having what we call fun or other things we want to do. And that'd be our hurt sometimes, and it hinder us in our relationship. We'll strive so to have things, and we won't strive to make sure we got relationship. Relationship with him is precedence over anything else we got. And you can still have a life. You just got to remember who gave it to you. You still always got to remember how things encompass one another in order for things to be done. And a lot of times we forget that. We feel like a lot of it is what we do. It's not what we do. He gives us the ability to give you the mind to do. When he get ready, he'll erase it. He'll take it. And he'll take you. But he give you opportunity to consider all these people and where he put himself at. In the very same situation we put ourselves a lot of times. We keep just enough. And after a period of time, like you say, he's been doing it for a long time. So one time shouldn't hurt him, should it? You've been doing all that time. Should the Lord leave room for a mistake, don't it? Okay. Let's go back over what we have. Anybody know why he allowed that to happen? Hands? Why? Yeah. For our learning. What you gonna say? Good answer. What's your answer? That's right. That's the only way he's gonna get into the camp. How was he gonna get to the lords of the Philistines? Only to bring him in as a captive. Same thing with Yahushua. Nobody had Yahushua before they bound him up to bring him in to kill him. Y'all didn't know what he did when he told Cuff what was gonna happen in the 16th chapter of the book of Matthew, when he asked them who the Alahym said I am. And they told him who everybody said. He told them who he was. Then he told Cuff who he was. And he also told him all his law. He said the men of each got to go up to Jerusalem, and I'm going to be delivered into the hand of Kartaim, Anashim, sinful men. He said, then I'm going to be put to moot. So they learned what his secret was. If you were going to cause them to come to moot, you're going to have to do it in Jerusalem. That's where he was going to be put to moot at. He was going to go up. They told him he said the men of Israel were going to be betrayed. How else did Yahudah know how to do it? He asked him, you betrayed the men of each with a kiss? How did he know how to do it? Because he told him all his law. That's the only way he was going to get to him. Hello? See, this is what happened to us. A lot of times you don't realize situations happen for a reason for us. Sometimes we might not like how situations go to lead to, but a lot of times it gets us to an understanding, it gets us to a place. Just like Shaul, when he appeared to Shaul in the 9th chapter, who they call Saul, he appeared to him in the 9th chapter. He told him that he was going to send him before Malachim, kings, all those, and emperors. You know how he wound up going? He was bound. Shaul didn't just walk up there, take no ship, and go up there and see them. They had him, he was a prisoner. They were delivering him from each one of these rulers. That's how he got there. Now you think about Yahuah appear to you and say, Rod, you're gonna go see president. How you think you going? On a plane, an invite? See what I'm saying? He gonna get a mailer. There's gonna be some people fly. No, you're gonna be chained. You thinking, oh, I wouldn't think I was going like that. I thought I was gonna get like an invitation. They gonna pay for the flight. Secret Service them pick me up at a limousine in front of a plane and drive. Oh, you're gonna be in a limousine. It's just gonna be a van. I'm just saying, look, all these people that went up, these people went up as captives. That's how they wanted to see them captives. And he knew what they wanted, and that's how he was able to bring him in. Basically, Shamshun, like what they would call the Trojan horse. When they brought him in, they didn't realize his hair had grown back. That's how he was able to kill them, because they were all there. It was no other reason for all of them to assemble themselves, except for the fact they found out that Shamshun had been captured. And that he had already been reduced down. He wasn't the man he was. That's why he wanted to see him. Just like Yahushua, we didn't learn that Herod wanted to see him until they captured him. Nobody wanted to see that man when he was out working and performing. They wanted to see him when he was bound and he was captured. He said, I've been looking to see that nigga anyway. But why you haven't been to see him? You've been to Malak, you know what I'm saying, other land. Pelotas wasn't nothing but the governor. He could have been seeing Yahushua. And he was from his region. But people waited till he got to his weakest point. Same thing with Shamshun. That was how they was able to crowd the Colosseum. Because everybody wanted to come to see him. You ain't going to believe it. How you think he got out there to see Yahushua? Was he in his strength or in his weakness? Guess what? Folks come out when you fall. Folks love you better when you fall. He had more people that he did when he fed people. Where were all these people before he was feeding and healing? I'm waiting on your fall. That's what I'm coming. And that's what he used to show you. People, listen, people ain't for your standing. People waiting on your fall. Y'all think people waiting on me to stand? People waiting on my fall. They'll be in the grave. They're wasting time. That's just being honest. They're wasting time. You got to already consider this. This the way. What else I'm going to do? What else I'm going to do? Where else I'm going to go? I know too much. What am I going to tell myself when I get out there? When I'm with that other girl? When I'm getting drunk? What am I going to tell myself? It don't matter. It's a new religion that came. I'm seeing something different. People know they lying to themselves. Don't let anybody make no fool out of you. People know they lying to themselves. Don't you let anybody make no fool out of you. Our relationship is contingent upon our consistency. And that's what he want to show Yasharal. It's based on your consistency. Even though he put them in captivity, he still put a plan to deliver them. That's confirmation for us, consolation, because we looked at our situation. How you going to get out of it? Don't you know before I put you in, I already had a way out of it? What sense you think it made to put them in there and didn't have a way out of it? All they had to do was wait for the fullness of time. He was going to send forth one. Hello? And he's going to be made of a woman. And you ain't going to believe how Shamshun was made. Under the Torah. And you ain't going to believe why. To redeem them, that was what? Under the Torah. So now they were dealing with the curse. It's only a curse when something happens wrong. When something happens right. Think about this. I lose $100. What they call blessing or curse? Curse. You find $100. Blessing or curse? See how it works? See, it ain't bad until I lose it. When I get it, I don't get it. Man, this is a curse. I found $100. No, this is a blessing. See that? So people look at people benefit from your fall, your losses. And guess what happened? That's how we wind up benefiting from Yahushua loss. Hello? His loss became our gain. Hello? That's how he do. He give to one and take from another. That's how he give to him. So you consider, it's something you sit here, two people, I take that from you and hand it to him in your face. You thinking, you just took that from me and gave it to him. Yeah. That's how I move. So you start to consider, if he took it from Dexter and gave it to me, can I hold it forever? Now I got to consider why he took it from Dexter. What did Dexter do? So I make sure I don't commit it. So I make sure I consider, and I also remember, I only benefited from Dexter's fall or from his loss. See, when you start to operate like that, you don't look at things the same way you look at it. Because you consider, I only let you use it. When I get rid of it, I take it. Because I give it to whom I will. What you do with a man that operate like that? I don't think he said I give you permanent salvation. I let you keep it. But you got to learn how to maintain it. Just like when they had the Torah, everything you had to guard it. Same thing you got to do when you get the Ruach HaKodesh. You got to guard it. It's up to you to be a defender of it. Hello? It's got to be nourished and fed like anything else. Like people, you give them plants. Go back later, plant dead. So what you expect as a plant? There's some people get a plant, they'll keep it living. They say, give it to them, so I learned how to maintain it. They think you just get it and sit it down, it should keep living. You brought them, why shouldn't it live? He said, got to be maintained. It's got to be kept. There's some things it's going to need. Well, you get the Ruach HaKodesh, it got to be maintained. It got to be kept, just like the gun. When he gave Adam the gun, what did he say? This thing here got self-preservation, it take care of it? No, I got you to keep it. I gave it to him. Why he had to keep it? Why he had to get there and tell it? You're responsible for it if I give it to you. This is the problem I got, and this is the problem you got with you. You got to think if you get something, you don't have to maintain it. If it's yours, you just don't worry about it, take care of something. No, you have to keep it. Hello? So he told you in the Dabary, he said, what you had to do in his word? You got to continue in it. You can't get in and stop. That's what we do. We go, then we only go so far, then we stop. A lot of us just find a reason to quit. A lot of people, they know where they're at. Everybody here pretty much know where they're at. You're just lying. I know you're saying, I don't know where I'm at. You just answered it then. Let me tell you something. You think somebody's saved and they don't know it? You think you ever read that with folk? He ran up on people, they said, you lying. I'm saved. Because it's evidence. Don't let anybody make no fool out you, okay? It's evidence. That's why we're trying to go back over this. We're trying to consider this relationship we got. Is it fabricated? Is it based upon something that's got some consistency to it? You understand? Something that has some validity to it. He's trying to tell you, let's come on. This is what the Byth, Dabary, Yamym, 2nd Chronicle, they call it, 15:1. Listen.
And the Ruach of Alahym came on Azarah, the Ben of Oded, and he went out before Asa and said to him,
What is he saying?
Shammah to me, Asa,
Here with the intent.
and all Yehudah and Benjamin.
So that? All Yehudah and Ben Yamym. What do he want to do?
Yahuah is with you when you are with him.
So we got evidence of that. Oh, this man, he's saying the Ruach. Did y'all see the Ruach come down on him? How y'all know he's speaking for Yahuah? Y'all know that to be true? Or that's something you just read? See, that having evidence make a difference. See, that's how you find a consistency. He could have came along and said, listen, it don't matter what you do to the Lord. He'll keep him. He said, no, I want you to look, I'm consistent. That's why I got, and this is based on when the Ruach come. It's evident that you go back through the writing. They can't find nobody he was with them while they were doing wrong. So he look at, why was I thinking he was with me? Yahuah be with you while you be with him. When long as that man said that, he told her, listen, I've been like this since I was born. He said, I ain't never left this. And soon as he departed from it, soon as he left, Yahuah departed. He said, I'm going to do like I've been doing other times. He said, you go out, you're going to find out, I ain't with you. And when he learned, Yahuah ain't with me. He said he discerned then. That's when it's bad, to get in a situation and you learn it. That's when you want to learn he ain't with you? That's the wrong time to find out. They put his eyes out then. They put his eyes out. So these are the things we look at, we start considering. That's why I say you don't want no fabricated relationship. You don't want to throw everything you got away from nobody. If you came in for it, you came in for yourself. It don't matter if you get married, you got, it's still a self-journey. And I got my wife. What's here? Man, this is a self-journey. This is a self-journey. I've been put in my mind, listen, anything happens. Some people have fears of this can happen, that can happen. Listen, anything can happen and nothing can happen. At the end of the day, I got to be saved. Nobody want to die by themselves. Nobody want to be by themselves. At the end of the day, that's why you need Yahuah. That's the only way to keep you from being by yourself. Ain't that right? He said, yet I'll walk through the valley of the shadow of Moot, so I feel no evil before he's with me. The rod and staff said, comfort me. Ain't that right? He said, I got a nakum from that man correction. He learned, he embraced him enough to realize, even if that man correct me, at least I know he with me. What you think Yahusha realized when they came out of that situation? The only reason he put me in that situation was to show me he'll depart from me. But he also set up a way for me to bring me back, to reconcile. He's always looking at the time when it happened. You think they saw that? Man, bump their way. I hate I ain't got in it. There's no doubt. Because somebody going to no doubt quit. Somebody going to, because you don't see it. Somebody made one little mistake, and that thing, you throw it out. I want you to realize how serious it is, the severity. But I want you to consider, though, the goodness of Yahuah. The fact that I said, when I put you in it, I put you a way out of it, too. See, a lot of times people don't see that. Nobody don't see it. Just like when they came to Yusaph, when he called Yusaph to be put in prison, who they called Joseph, he was cast into prison for a false accusation. He only put in that, look, wait, how did he come to Pharaoh? How did they get him out? You're a prisoner. But see, that situation, he'd have never came to it. Why would Pharaoh send me another way? He called a situation to come, that man with trouble. He couldn't sleep. He said, man, that thing worried me to death. He said, this your time. You finna shine. You finna be exalted. You been abased, now you finna be exalted. A lot of y'all, how many of y'all want to meet him in the air? Go down. I don't know y'all get it from. How you trying to go up? You got to be abased. That's why he told the folks exalted. He said, I got to abase them. How you going to go up? How was Yahusha going to go up when he was already up? He up there in the Malkuth sitting out. You know what? I feel myself going higher. I don't know how you can't go no higher than this. But he had to make him abase. He had to cast him down. And you saw them folks treated Shamshun. What they do? How many folks walking up playing with him, slapping on him, making a fool out when he had his strength, when he was on the corner of Yahuah, he was in favor of Yahuah. When the folks met with him? When you fall. You see how folks treat when you fall. When you fall, folk make mock. What you think did to Yahusha? What them folk was slapping him when he was up, when he was doing the work? Them folk, you know what? The book told you. They fear putting hands on with the arm around. They said we would have took him. I fear these people. But as soon as they see your fall, everybody come out the woodwork. Slapping the piss out, making fun of it, making ridicule, mocking. People wait on it. But you got to know how to stand firm, though. You got to still know how to stand firm. That's what Shaul told you, stand firm in the liberty in which the freedom wherein Yahuah made you free. And be not entangled again. You see that? That's what happened here. Get what Shamshun would have learned from that. Don't get entangled. Remember, they kept putting rope on him, then they tied in his hair. Who else I'm going to get it from? What that wind up leading to? Wind up what? No, wind up making him go there. What they do? No, they put him there. They made him grind. They put him to work. That was bondage. They put that man to the grinding wheel. So he told him don't be entangled again with the yoke of bondage. Now he looked at the guy, fooling with that girl. His daddy tried to tell her, is it not one among us? He said, he said, is it not one among us? He wound up getting himself entangled. But so you started up. That ain't teaching you can't marry nobody. I'm just telling y'all how things happen when he give you things. So you have to start being mindful, monitoring things that you want to receive it, making sure everything place set. Everything has a place set. Y'all got it? You'll see farm there eat where they'll put the fork on one side, knife, certain things they set where your cup set there. They place set. Yahuah got a place set too. The plate don't sell here is set metal. Make Yahuah your plate. Fill your plate here. Make sure you keep it right here center in the middle. Everything else secondary. Things hurt. That don't mean things don't hurt. That don't mean things don't go wrong. At the end of the day, you were never my number one. That's how I keep it. You were never my number one. So you know what? I can move up past mine quicker than other people can. Because I don't never make it my number one. At the end of the day, I know what I came to do. Think about it. How many of y'all been in a place where you was in a place one time in your life to where salvation was more prevalent to you than anything? You don't ever lose that. If you're serious, you don't. You don't ever lose that because you know what you came for. But I tell you, like y'all came in the wrong way. But then he'd come back and he correct you later. Sometimes you got to remember, all of them come in a different way because all of us in a different position when we're here. I couldn't have came in the same way some of y'all came in. Because the type of person I was a person I maneuver. I'm always thinking around something. So he had to make sure he can cut out every avenue from that. That's the only way that would convince me. Because if it was a thought or idea, if I can get it, I'm going to try to use it. So he can shut it all down and you realize, ain't no thought. There's nothing I could do. I ain't had no trouble but to surrender. But that's how I had to come in. You see what I'm saying? I had to come in captive like that. See, some of y'all came in, you were good. You was in a good place in your life. That won't work for me, but it worked for you. Then he look at you, you'll learn later when I take you down. But I got to mature you in order to get you that point. Some people say, I want to try to be what a preacher, but you got to go through what a preacher went through. Even when they asked, even when the Benin of Zebedee, they asked Yahusha about sitting at his right and left. You know what he asked him? He said, can you drink from the cup I drank from? They said, yeah. He said, you might can. He said, but still to sit on my right and my left. He said, that's only giving to one. He don't know you can't do it. Let motherfuckers, he know they be talking. Everybody can't do it. It ain't about trying to do what I do. It's about trying to obtain this salvation. And obtaining it, we start looking at, we're going back through the records and looking at where people who attain the favor, who attain the understanding of the ideal, you know what I'm saying, of Yahuah being your source, Yahuah being your strength. Y'all got it? Yahuah being your understanding. That's going to come with a couple of things. That's going to come with totally complying to. We're not there yet. Don't think y'all. Don't worry about it. None of us are, but we're not there. He's not your everything. Don't you open your mouth and say you're going to be telling a lie, and you know you're a liar if you do it, okay? Don't do that. It take time. It take time, it take losses, take hurts. Take a lot for him to be your everything. People say it because it's really just something you say. Your everything? Go ahead and tell that lie you want to. He's not your everything. There's a certain way you live when you get that point. A certain way you obtain things, a certain way you look at things. There's certain things you don't even tangle yourself with. But you know what I'm saying? That comes with a time, that comes with a maturity that you have with him related. Just like anything, relationships have to grow. But you got to start somewhere. Don't let it make you faint. You just know what you got to do to get there. Don't stop putting stuff out your mouth because you hear people saying it. Don't do it. It take time. It take time. It's going to take situations. Certain situations, certain things you learn, it trigger the idea of, let me move that, because I want to draw closer. You know what I'm saying? I want to be closer to my Savior. It takes something to get there. Those are nice lyrics. It's nice for you to have in your mind to desire it, but it's another thing to obtain it. A lot of people can't do that. It's not. Even when it come down to the baraka, being able to operate in certain capacity, you know what? Shaul said, every man got a proper gift. Like someone, you know what I'm saying? I'm just go with this. I can go without a wife, go down the husband. That ain't your gift. You play the banjo at night, in the morning, and other around now. Man, listen here, every flat tire in America, you can lift that car because you all that jacking. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a place you need to be. I tell you, but you know, the truth, it's a place you need to be in your life. Don't let people, listen, don't make people push you out to put stuff out your mouth that's not where you at. Don't make people push you out. I want you to be realistic with you, because it's a real relationship. It's a real commitment. You don't need people trying to make that for you. You don't need to just run off something you hear people say. You need to understand. That's why I try to I try to read and try to go through and make sure we understand and tell people the truth. Don't let the people make a fool out of you. That's how a lot of people get in the truth right up here, then they quit. You want to make sure you really examine yourself for where you're at, what you're willing to do, because you can run for a while, then you stop. You want to run and keep running. So I always say, so he run, he might obtain. When you take off running, you ain't going to be able to stop it. When you put your hand to the plow, you can't look back. All these things, who we favor, who we look at when we look at looking back. Oh, let me say, who you got? That's right, Lut, his wife. They call Lot. That's right. We look at her. When she looked back, what happened? Apparently, she got salty. Some people get like that with Wanda. She got salt on her, didn't it? See, some people don't like the way he showed you that. People get salty with you. This way, I'm trying to tell you. All right, let me tell you something. Don't. This is what you do. Don't blame other people when they don't. You just make sure you do. Don't blame other. Everybody different. Everybody see things different. And you know how you look at the way and how you see the way, and you serious about the way. That ain't everybody. Everybody not there. Some people, okay, the way right. Yeah, the word right. But I ain't going but so far. It's got to be that way. It's got to be that way. You just got to know how far I can go with you. Because based upon where I'm at, I can't handle nobody like, you know, ain't nothing I can do with you. You'll be a dead weight. I mean, I'm saying you'll hold me back. Simply because my mind is set, I ain't trying to do the burn thing. Because of what I had to suffer and go through, it's not even an option. I just nothing I can do with you. I'm being honest. I got to do this. I ain't got no choice. I got to get this right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to get it something like right. I got to get this right. And you're going to be tried and tested when you set yourself, you're saying that's what you want. That's what you're trying to obtain. And it's going to get people fewer in your life sometime. Hello? Commitment with people have to change. You have to look at that. You don't want nobody you have to drag and make. You already got to have people, listen, if I had to drag and make me do nothing, I want to do it. They come on your salvation. You don't need nobody to be petting and stroking you to do nothing. There got to be something that's got to be in your heart you want to do it. There got to be a motivation for you because your soul. Especially as you get older, one thing you look at, your sight get dimmer, your memory getting lesser, your weight changing, your look changing, your hair growing out, whatever. That stuff changing, teeth getting loose. Like, you keep on fooling around here. There'll be no time. You be out of here. Your good day is over with. You can't afford to play around now. This the only man to sit around and take you in your age. And what most folk won't even fool with you. And someone that will get you to use you. You don't need to be nobody using stick. You need somebody who's going to be with you all the way. Somebody from all the way from the womb to the tomb. That's going to be Yahuah. At the end of the day, folks, who else going to happen to me? What's going to happen to me? Listen, I'm going to serve that man like I'm supposed to serve. I guarantee he'll provide. Just like Abraham said, he'll provide. He provide. Ain't no mistake. I know we all got fears of what's going to happen now. I just know what I got to do today. Yahusha had fears too, but it didn't stop him from doing his will. And I need to know he had fear. Otherwise, I'll be honest with you, I can't use him for no example. Because I can't ever find he was scared. I seen it where the man got out, the man escaped, man ran to get away, man prayed, man prayed so the palau so till his sweat looked like drops of blood. Because he had every fear every man had. That man, I'm finna die. This serious. Listen, you saw he got away from them people. He separated from them. Even from the 12, he separated himself. Okay. Y'all know what they were mimicking? The Passat, the lamb. They had to separate themselves from the rest of them. That's why he separated himself. He was going, listen, Yahuchanan told you he was the lamb of Alahym. He had to separate himself. You were told that you were supposed to take a male from it. It was supposed to be a sheep or a goat, and you were supposed to separate it from the other ones. So he had to separate himself. He looked at, I'm getting ready to die. See, everything he did, he knew, I'm following straight writings. I know where it's going. I know exactly where it's going. You're the only person perplexed. Because you don't want to follow straight writing. You want to follow other things and other ideas, other ideologies. But we got to make sure we stay consistent. Come on, finish this up so I can get y'all finished. I got something to do, too. I get through. Any of y'all want to talk to me? Save it. I get through. Y'all hold me up to the last minute. No, you ain't going home. Go home and piss and hold up something. No, I'm getting through. I got to get on here so I can get out. Hold me up, don't be wanting nothing. I get through. Get y'all behind out of here. Somebody tell you, hold me up for nothing. Let me get through. I got to get finished so I can get out of here. Whoa, boy, they'll hold me up all time of night. No, they ain't going home and do nothing. You lonely, you ain't got home. Get you a dog. You're trying to hold me up. Oh, yeah, I'm a preacher on it. Go get one anyway. As soon as your dog bites somebody, you get sued. I'm coming to court. Yeah, Raha here to support me. Say, no, I'm here for the plaintiff. Your Honor, I told him not to get that dog. Ain't that right? Y'all see what it is, with Eddie Murphy, what it was, Trading Places. They had that man with kind of Jerry said, officer, may I suggest a nightstick? I'm going to suggest a nightstick. I'm going to beat you in the courtroom. All right, come on.
And if you seek him, he shall let you find him.
Y'all see that? Y'all ain't going to believe it. Shamshun saw him. Here's Yahuah recovering one more time. See, he was trying to show, if you seek him, see, he can be found. So you know what you said? I ain't found it. You ain't going to believe it.
You ain't seek him.
Well, not the right way. Because you got to remember, if he told you to seek ye first the Malkuth Alahym and all his Sadiq, that's how this stuff get asked. So you're seeking, but you left out the right part of it. Even Yahusha in the, what is it, 526, 526. Say that Yahuchanan, 526. Why am I thinking 6? No, 626, 625, 625, Yahuchanan, they call John. Yahuchanan. Boy, I tell you what. $625. All right, come on.
They found him on the other side of the Yam.
That's 25?
Yes, sir.
It's 24. Come on.
And it came to pass when the crowd of alms saw.
You cut the L off now. Cut it now.
Thank you. That neither Yahushua.
What you say? You supposed to be. Is that it now? I better say up here. I don't see them up here. Come on.
And when it came to pass, when the crowd of alms saw that neither Yahushua nor his town.
See that? That's what happens. Start speaking in tongues. Talking about what's his name? Granville speaking in tongues. Now you speaking in tongues. All right, come on.
They went down into the boats as well and came to Kafar Nakum to seek Yahushua. They found him the other side of the Yam and said to him, Ra'ah, when did
You want to know when did he get there?
Yahushua answered them and said, Aman, Aman, I say to you,
Truly, truly, I say unto you.
you do not seek me on account of seeing the odds,
So they weren't seeking him for the signs.
but
They
because you have eaten of the lakam and were satisfied.
See that? They were filled. What do you want them to do? Keep eating? Come on.
Yes. Do not labor for the food that perishes, but for the food that lasts for Alam Kai,
See that?
which the Ben of Ish shall give to you, for the Alahym, his Abba, has sealed him with his insignia.
So this is what we're trying to look at now. So he said that being out of here and seal him with his insignia. What y'all know about that? What you using? I got a hand out in the hallway. You back up. They got 3. What you got? Okay. What you got? That's tight. You raise your hand. You gonna say the same thing? What you gonna say? Hold, stop, Ernie. Zerubbabel. Okay, I had to look that up and say. Go ahead. What you have back there, Tim? Yeah, your hand up too. Unless his little arm ain't reach all the way over there. You had your arm up for him. There's no way his arm that long it reached all the others. Then I see 2 hands back. Yeah, it's short. I seen it. Now go ahead. What you got? Okay. What you gonna say? What about Yusaph? What you got? What you got? What you say? Search you well? Man, this ain't that counterpart. Man said, search me and see. What is that? What is it now? What is that? Circumcision. Okay. I thought man said, search me and see. You need to be clearer, man. You better go to one of them Christian churches and say that. All them senses in there, you be in trouble. All right, who else I have? What you got?
Malak, he would seal, if you make a law or something, he would seal it with his insignia ring.
Who?
A Malak.
What'd you say? What are you talking about? Come on so I can hear you. What'd you say? I'm like, come on, I'm like Yasakar. I can't, my eyes are dim, my son. Come closer so I can see. Come on, man. Come closer so I can see you. There you go. Get that pen right here. So, wait a minute. Put 2 checks up there. Right over here. Remember my mama name. I don't want to put you so close. Don't put no check by my mama name. Put one more there for I'm going to strike one by my mama. Now, what made you have a conversation with him? Don't think. Please don't think. I want to sign at that door saying, don't think. Just come in. Because you're going to mess up right there. Cain. Oh, okay. Each time he put it mark on it. Okay, right. You can put your check up on later. Go ahead. He gave him his ring. Because he would actually sit him and let everybody know that he was second to him. He followed after. That's what he was trying to let them know too. That the Father had given him the signet, that everybody knew that he was second to him. When we saw them, we learned about Yahusha when he was exalted, that he rode right with Pharaoh. And Yehudah told us when he came to talk to him concerning his Abba, concerning his brother, Yamym. When he pulled Yehudah to the side, he told him that I know that you are. Even as Pharaoh. That's why we would use him and not Cain or anybody else. He was letting them know that the Father sealed me with his signet to let him know that I'm even as he is. Remember, his old operation was to get you to see him as operating as coming from the Abba. Then he wants you not just, now we saw him not just a messenger, then he needed to see him and say, okay, I need you to see me as the Father. See, that's how Yehudah saw Yusaph. Why? Because Yusaph made decision. Whatever decision Yusaph made, Pharaoh backed. So going to Pharaoh wasn't making it different. He was going to back whatever he said. So you know what you look at? Really, I don't need to bother Pharaoh. I just talk to you. Amazing, when you pull out, who's Shem? Now you got to grow in the name of Yahuah. Folk come out their name. The man told you in his name. He said, if you ask anything in my name, I'll do it.
That's right.
And folk wonder why stuff don't happen. Because you're supposed to ask in his name. Like, I just use the Father. You go ahead and you can do it, but you only way supposed to operate, acknowledge the Father by.
Yeah.
So, Father Day, why should we give you gifts if you ain't got no kids? The only acknowledging of the Father is because of the Son, the Benin. See, so I don't know, that's what's stupid. Why do we acknowledge women as mother? You know how some people are stupid? You know what I want to do? I just get all our cool flowers for Mother Day. Because of a diamond. Why would I get all of them and they're not mothers? Not that we celebrate it anyway. I'm using this as an example. Please don't. Somebody will give me some flour. Give you some flour, go cook some chicken, nigga. Nobody give you no flour. Sit down and stop it. Ain't that right? We got time for no fools like that. But the only reason to acknowledge any of these two positions is because of who? The benim, the children. So that's why we look at the Father. He wants you to recognize, if you recognize me as the Abba, why would you not recognize the Son? So what did Pharaoh do to get us to recognize the Son? He put everything into the Son's, into the men's hand. That's how we understood the operation of it. We had, after that, how much dinner did we have with Pharaoh? Writings of, all our writings of dinner with was who? With the Son. The one who he established as his son, he gave the rule. Because if I keep operating inside it, then you're going to try to bypass it. You say, hey, don't use me to, I just go here right here. Why I got to go to you? So he sat himself back, just deal with the men. Isn't that right? He said, listen, I put everything into the hands of the men. Everything. Even his mother had to come back and tell him. They went to her trying to go around the arbor. Then they went around and said, listen. What want you? Throat dry. You want some water? Wine. You go tell Yahusha. So mother. He said, what I got to do with you? He said, my hour ain't yet. She went back. She said, listen, go to him. Whatever he say, do it. They got cut there. People tried to slick him. Pharaoh showed him you couldn't go to the father, so we'll slick him. We'll go to his mother. Everybody, you little boy got a soft spot for their mother. And she sent him straight back to him. Trying to let everybody know, ain't nobody going to get around me. Try to show everybody you can't get around him. I appreciate it. There's no way to get around him. You might as well just follow the operation.
That's right.
People keep trying to think, but somebody got to be over him. Why are you wasting time with this fool?
That's right.
The man already told you about somebody was over him. He tried to tell who he was. He said, my Abba is greater than all. He said, I got it from him because he has to tell he got it from the Father. The Son can't do. He said, I can't do nothing of myself. Whatever I see the Abba do, the Ben does likewise. Today it's hard to understand that because the Father will have a profession and the Son will have a profession and the other Son will have a profession and the other will have a profession and it'll be nothing like the Father, so you don't see it. Know what you say? Kids got their own minds. Where would they got it from according to our writing? They had to get it from the Father and you fathers. But do what? See, you bring them up in the nerd. These are the same things that I feel. These are the things that I attribute to him. So I'm going to give you that same ideology. But today, kids today smarter and kids today they're more innovative. And you got to, let them be them. And that's how we done lost them. Now, him is a she. And she is a him because we done let them do their own thing. Kids got to find themselves. All I want to know who lost them. Why are kids finding themselves? You ain't got no business to find yourself. I'll create you what I want you to be. Did I done find himself? No, he looked at, he said, I created you for me. These kids, I don't care about this, is what these folks say. They can lock me up. Let me tell you something. No kid ain't got no business making their own decision. That come from the parent.
That's right.
I'm going to make your decision. I'll tell you what you're going to do, what you're going to do. Because who's going to see better? Let me tell you something. Nobody going to see, this if you're a sane parent, please, not no retard. Sane parent. Nobody's going to see and care more for what's best for your kid than you.
That's true. That's right.
Why would you do anything different? Why would I do anything different?
That's right.
It's crazy. Be like, no, I know what I'm doing. I want to do. Okay, you'll do what I tell you. This what you're gonna do. They're gonna be for the better. Kids can't do everything. I know all y'all here. Y'all want to go kick a ball, swing a bat, shoot a basketball. Get your behind in somewhere and sit down. It ain't for everybody. Kid got here and be all gayed out, coach done had your kid in the book. Every kid don't need bad. I don't believe that foolishness. Mm-hmm. I know they do. They all got to have something to do. Do what I tell you. That's something to do. A lot of stuff, let me tell you something. Everything depends on is your kid a leader or a follower. A lot of stuff, when you make the decision about letting your kid, everybody, I know they just take off and run. Every time they can find something, they got to have an outlet. You ain't got none in your house? How you plugging up everything else? All this stuff these folks come up with ain't nothing but a bunch of bull junk.
That's right.
You had all that stuff. You do what they tell you to do. If I had, listen, I ain't against sports, and I hope I'm against it for folk always thinking this is the deliverer for our kids. Chuck ain't no deliverer for our kids. That's something, let's let them know this is a game. Let me tell you something. I tell mine, I said, Start that crying. Cry. I went in with them on that club. Oh, we lost. Y'all done. Come on. They ain't playing stuff. Better start that crying. I tell them, I said, it's a game. I let them know they could quit while we're going. They ain't hurt my feelings. Everybody, I know that, because a lot of y'all, this your heart. Listen, I got to be Tony Smith growing up. I let mine, they play. I tell them, listen. I said, let me get it clear. You ain't doing me no favors being out here, okay? You out here for you, this something you want to do, I support you. I said, anytime you want to quit, I said, we walking. I'll leave.
Right.
That's up. So you doing, I don't you think, I want to let my dad down. I've been ready to go. Walk out. Listen, I'm always busy. I have been busy too long, so I'll be here, I support you. But as far as you thinking you doing for my dad, this for my daddy. Ho, stop, nigga. This ain't for me. This for you. Whether you quit or you stay, this going to be your choice. You're not going to put that stuff on me. My daddy put my daddy me. You're going to be a liar. You doing it because you want to do it. That's how I want you to play it for you. Don't let these folks push in that fool and all that crying, acting no fool. Ooh, nigga, get yourself on somewhere and straighten yourself up. You crying for these crackers. This they stuff. I ain't talking to me. That's a game. I ain't trying to never tell y'all this is everything. Put it all on the field. I ever had that conversation. Put it all out there. Man, please. Instead of, I tell this is a game. That's all it is. Somebody got to win. Somebody got to lose it. Call that crying how like no baboon fool. Man, please stop it. Folks ain't paying you nothing. Them sorry coaches, they the one getting paid. Ain't got nothing out there. I always tell somebody there, everyone you see, every coach you see, fat, sorry. Trying to tell somebody something, show her how it go. They had a track coach, he was trying to tell him how to do drunk to hurt him. Trying to tell how he got snap pulled. He was pissed. He stepped there, he said, boom, he kicked that thing over. Man, we bought that last. Oh, we was in trouble. That was it. That was all done. He was done. Because he was embarrassed. Like, y'all fat joker, first of all, you fat. You don't even know what you're doing. What are you talking about? Because they sitting here with their eyes, tell you what you do. Tired. Let me see you do something running. You won't find none of them coaches can run. They can't do none of the stuff they trying to tell you. But they'll work the piss out you and make you kill yourself. Man, coach ain't tired. Coach ain't doing nothing. Mm-hmm. Get down out here and do everything we doing. You're behind, burnt out. Mm-hmm. They'll put all that junk out there. No. I ain't going to hit my kid, put no foot no behind. We're not doing that. I'm doing all the footing around him. Had no coach kicking on my kid. I don't play no foolishness like that. They'd have known it too. That school have been shut down. Play no foolishness like that. That's crap. Like, man, this is a kid game. I ain't playing cussing my cats on the phone. This is a kid game. These kids ain't getting paid. This kid. They took the fun out of what kids do because they made us now. Well, I got to hurt you. Listen, when I told you hurt somebody, take somebody out. What are my stance on that? No, play no stupid. I said, Ben, I never said my kid was no retarded stuff like that. That's somebody's kid. Why my kid finna go out here and take somebody out? Some mother got to get her kid. You got to take your kid in an ambulance. Your kid call, and I'm telling her, boy, you did it. Next time it be mine laid out. Unconscious in a coma, just retarded. I ain't never seen some retarded stuff. It's a kid's game. These kids ain't getting paid. I don't get it. I just don't get why we push kids. We wonder why the world. Look at it here. John Moran, how many times with a gun? Too many. You got a video of me with a gun. I ain't supposed to have it. Where they going? Where they going? Where that video go? This going to be something you're going to keep for the rest of your life to yourself. Why are you videoing me right now? Just stupid. $39 million is retard loss. Because they're dumb. Listen, none of these players, none of these agents, none of these folks give a flying flip about these kids. They're all kids. When I'm saying they're kids in mentality. Man, nobody gets these kids and tell them, stop it. You don't even need these people around you. You don't need to be committed. You need to focus on what you're doing. This is a career. You got money on the table. Use your head. These people going to take from you more than they're going to help you. Everybody keep retards around them. Everybody keep retards. Rappers, athletes, all of them keep retards. One thing you learn, keep broke people around you. Broke people going to cost you. They're going to cost you. They either going to steal and take or they're going to set you up and mess you up. Every time they go out, watch you get them in trouble. When Vic got messed up, who messed him up? Somebody from the Rams? Somebody from the Cincinnati Bengals?
Family member.
Broke niggas. Broke nigga hang around your house, set the door, fight dogs. Man, Vic be fighting dogs all the time. I'd rather him fight them dogs than fight human beings. I don't get it. Let the dogs and the chicken fight. How you let a man get him beat the piss out of another man, but two chickens can't fight? I be just as confused as I can be. I'm like, why not let the animal fight and let the human live? I don't get it. I don't get it. It blows me. And I know a lot of everybody different. I don't watch no black folk fight each other. I'm done with it. I see that every day. Only why it could be a black man. I don't care how good. I don't want to see it. I'm just not interested. I'm telling you what turned me off against it. When I seen that movie Django, he kept saying, break his arm. He didn't want to break. He was like, break his arm. He had the guy had that. I said, too black. I said, we do this all the time. And man, you had a boss man. We can't just fight at Frank. I got to talk about your mom. You got to talk about me. I got to talk about I'm going to kill you. What I'm going to do, I'm going to eat your kids. I got to cuss you out and insult you. How we get it? Why we got to do all this? So people buy tickets. We got to insult it and humiliate it and defame one another for this. He probably going to take everything we got anyway later. It's just sick of it. I'm just sick of it. We done fought. We done destroyed each other. No. It's enough. We done had enough. Nobody taught us with no intelligence. Everybody keep them. Let me tell you something. What's interesting. With all these people with money. Dwayne talking about how he went down to Miami the other day and they did the boat ride. Rode around now. Richard got down now. Took him to their house down the island. Don't play one sport. Don't dribble no ball. None of it. Look at all these white folk got these houses down in Miami. None of them are athletes. None of these folk play no ball. These folk computer software people. These people done made money with stock. Every time they sell something to the nigga, he think he got to kick, fight, run, and stab somebody. That's the only way he can see himself making money. He ain't got no brain. Every time we do something, it's always at the risk of our life. Every time. White folk, none of these athletes, none of these black athletes live in their own neighborhood. They all live in neighborhood with normal people. These people don't do nothing. You see these folk coming out. Chris Rock brought it out one time. Years ago, he said, I know what I do. He said, come around there and said, hi, Chris. He said, what my neighbors them do? He's like, no other celebrities in his neighborhood. What do all these white people do living in his neighborhood? Every day working. Taking it easy. They ain't got to sell out, say the wrong thing. They got a hate group coming at them. Every time we get something, they always tie your money to your behavior. White folk never get it. White people get to live the luxury they like, the privacy, they go anywhere. Once you get to go somewhere, got to go with a mask. You got to hide. Look at that Prince and Harry and Meghan. Chased them joker for 2 hours in New York. Real crazy. Because now somebody talk like they can't find their video. All them cameras in New York, somebody should see it. Somebody chase you for 2.5 hours? That's a long run. 2.5 hours in New York? How, in New York City, I can drive 2.5 hours at a high speed in New York. Why you shake your head, sweetie? Now that is traffic everywhere. Well, I'm going 2.5 hours in New York, running wide open. If I made 3 blocks. Could have been a dope run. These folks, listen, man, a lot of folks out here, a lot of folks messed up out here. Harry, they'll show Harry film, and his brother been getting wasted. They'll hide these people, show that little beautiful life for you. These folks get in here and throw away everything. I would have thrown away that seat up there. I'd have got that seat. I'd have had somebody drop one of the little bullets in the back of William's head. I'd been king. I had all them niggas in the council. Oh, yeah, went, dart gun. Him and Paul, I had all them niggas. Man, this him. I said, man, all y'all niggas coming on, we finna party. In the council. I just want to get in Queen Elizabeth bed and piss in it. I don't typically do it, but I couldn't hardly admit that. Everybody got a little R. Kelly in them. Just a little R. Kelly. You ain't got to have a whole lot. I ain't talking about the kids. I'm talking about the queen bed. Hello? I mean, everybody different. You can say what's wrong. Something wrong with that? I ain't know y'all people all that sensitive around here about peeing in the queen bed. Isn't that right? I see he got real sensitive about peeing in the queen bed. I don't want to talk about that. Isn't that right? I don't know what's wrong with these people. What's wrong with her mattress? Ain't nobody no kids.
That's right.
Ain't that right? Ain't nothing but old white skin.
That's right.
Isn't that right? All you got to think of some old bread they ain't molded, they ain't rolled, they ain't pat down yet to put in the oven. Y'all all right? Think of how many folks, think of how many of us were pissed on. I had to get ready and let y'all go. I know y'all get sensitive about stuff like that. I don't owe nobody no apology. Let me tell you why. Because I really care about people, everybody, black, white, Hispanic, whoever. I'm just for people being fair, treat each other fair. I think we need to be realistic with each other and stop making up stuff, telling lies. Like, everybody beautiful. I'm not going to tell that lie. I'm going to stay with where it is, all right? I had Hayward last night. He finally told you that man want to be saved. I'm telling you, I know it. He pulled out the honesty came out last night, too. I said, he told me, yeah, they would lose. He said, yeah. He said, Lakers in 6. I said, what you say? Yeah, Lakers in 6. I said, you want to be saved now, don't you? I said, I could tell. I said, that lie don't even sound right. Come out your mouth, do it. See, when you get him right there, that lie sound bad. He couldn't even say it. He was like, before, oh, Lakers in 5. He hollered, Lakers in 6. I said, when them lies started to tell you nasty in your mouth like that, I said, you ready to be saved now, son. I said, you honest, too. I told him, I said, boy, if it was such a thing in the Holy Ghost, you'll have it right now. I told him, I said, it hit him right there like a sack of bricks. Yeah, you got to get people, though, to their honest point. And saying that, that's what we got to get to. Realistic with your ideas about salvation. Realistic about what you actually want and how far you willing to go to obtain it. Just realistic. Stop thinking you have to see things the way other people tell you. He shaped and formed you a certain kind of way, and that's just certain things that just are reality. But you can still treat people right. It don't matter if a person's fat, skinny, short, tall, wide. He made all the different faces, because that does not change your responsibility of how you have to treat people. It does not matter. None of us made ourselves. Nobody. You still owe people the level of respect of just doing right. If I do nothing else, long as I don't hurt you and take from you, I owe you that as a human being. Let's start with the basics. Then we'll move to even get to embracing one another and start caring for one another. First, let's get to the mutual respect of, I owe you not to do you any harm. You owe me that. Then we'll start to let the relationship mature that we start getting, how can I help you? And it be genuine. If you need some help, I don't mind help. If I see you in a desperate situation, I'll help you. We got to get our fellow man back to that responsibility before we do anything else. Let's get to a mutual common ground of, I owe you not to do you any hurt. I owe you that. What are you doing that extra? I owe you that. I ain't doing you no favor. Oh, I could have killed you. Why would you? Did I do something to you? No. Do I owe you something? No. Why we be having the conversation? I could have killed you. You owe me that. You ain't doing that extra. I owe you that. But we don't teach that. We got a new generation coming up. We owe to teach these kids something other than how to be sissies. Unstable bulldaggers. We need to start marching. March on the fact, straight people need their way back. They're like that preacher on that video having to sit there and read that book, and they don't want to hear the school board, but the school board give it to the kids. This should have been stopped. This shouldn't even been a conversation. We got into a point we thought with homosexuals that we could leave them alone. You homosexual, years ago you count on, you chase them. Made fun of, got the way. You ain't respect. Now look at them, make you sick looking at them. Then say, well, just leave them alone, leave them themselves. Now look where we at. Now they bothering us. That's not I'm turning on. They bothering us now. They bothering our kids. These kids don't start a family. Not to mention they sick. But really, I ain't gonna fight them about them gay books. Most of y'all ain't in school long enough to read them. They really can leave them books in there. I mean, how long they in school to read them? Kid come to school 1 week, miss 4 months. So you can't read but what? Maybe 2 pages out the whole school year? They ain't in school regular enough to read them. And what they doing all in the library? I remember going to the library probably like 3-4 times to take a test. We want to go somewhere area, shh. You're like, is that the only word you know? They just shut all of them down. Only one where you can talk in now. White folks start that. How many of y'all have read a book while you're watching TV? Or heard other people tell you you've been reading the book? Why you got to go to the library, everybody got to shut up for you? Just keep reading the book. I don't know why folk need all this extra quiet to go here. What is wrong with you to read? You can't read. Folk watch TV, listen to radio while they read books. How many of y'all listening to radio might listen to me while you read? Why you need to go to the library and everybody got to shut up for you? That's what we need to do. Let's start at the library. Then we go get them sisters. Well, Mom, let's get the library shut down till some noise can get in. We need to go down and just play radio right in front of it. Them LL radios. Y'all interested? We got to get folks. Listen, get people being so sensitive. Try to wrap no whole world around you. Man, folks go to a restaurant to read a book and sit in the chair. I'm not finna do it. I don't have that time. You think I'm finna leave my house to go sit down in a restaurant and take my shoes off and fold my foot up in that chair to read a book? Nigga, stay home. It's a book. Why you need to go in the restaurant and do all this here? Some of the stuff I don't know. I'm different. I don't have that kind of time. I go to the restaurant, I'm going to eat. I ain't going here to read no book. I'm going to eat so I can get out of here. I don't have time to go carry 5 books and try to read all of them while I'm sitting in the restaurant and eating there. I don't have time. Hello? I'm not going to go to a restaurant just to get no cup of coffee. I'd rather go just get a bill. But I don't drink. I just don't get, I'm different. I don't know. I go to restaurant, I want something to eat. I get something to drink to watch it now. It's a new generation. Folks just go there and just give me a bagel. You look at these folks like, oh, what? I growed up, man, we ain't never heard no bagel. When you learn about a bagel? How old you when you heard about a bagel? You remember your dad Billy used to come home, Ted, you want a bagel? Where you get all this stuff from? More black folk eat bagels now than anybody. Y'all stop all this new eat stuff. Stay ready. Man, give me a biscuit. And our biscuit came on biscuit and gravy? No, I wouldn't pay nobody for that. I'm not going to pay nobody for no drip in no bucket. If I get a biscuit, put some in it.
That's right.
That's crap. I'm not going to go to a restaurant and pay nobody just for no biscuit. That's a waste of time. Put some meat in that biscuit. All right, I heard some people feeling. All right, we don't get ready so we can go. We'll get ready to go. We'll try to feel that. They gave you a hand clap. Young guy system.